Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Check. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is Shannon Davis, and we are here at the Orange Bowl for the season opener. It's the Fredonia Hillbillies against the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a good game tonight. I'm Chip Rewald standing in for Greg for a few minutes. He's a little delayed, and hopefully he'll be here shortly. That's your volume right there for your headset. We're first game of the year, so we're streaming live. We got a new feature on this year is the scoreboard and information on the bottom. So we're going to be doing double duty actually this year. So.
Yeah, it's great to have the score up there, and the spectators are going to see the clock live, and we'll have a flag. If there's a flag out there, you'll see the yellow flag. We're really stepping up this year. Great job, Chip.
Yep.
I'm excited about that. So this is the season opener here for the Fredonia Hillbillies, which is a change from last year. Those of you who don't know, Fredonia and Brockton are no longer combined, so it's just Fredonia now, and we are down to Class C South. Last year we were in Class B.
Wow.
Fredonia is now a Class C South team, so it's a very different schedule this year. But you still got to win games and so on. After winning the Class B3 last year, regular season, one playoff win, the Fredonia Hillbillies are looking to repeat that, win their division, and I know their ultimate goal is making it to that stadium, and then you never know what happens from there.
Definitely. Well, we're hoping this year it'll be real well. This year I'm going to try to get us to Casadega this year and do live from there some streaming. So
that would be great, too. I know we only have 3 home games here in Fredonia this year, so I know all the fans and family out there would love to be able to watch from afar, and I know a lot of the kids and families like to watch it on YouTube later on. So that reminds me, Chip, remind everyone how you get to the game with the YouTube channel.
All you got to do is go to www. Of course, it's a site, and it's Fredonia Cable Access on the system. Just type in there.
So you just go to www.fredoniaaccesscable.com. Is that what you said?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, no, that's why I asked you, because I thought you would have it a little ahead of me. But it is a great feature.
Or you go right to YouTube and type in Fredonia Access, and it'll lead you right to the YouTube site.
It'll pop right up. We are having a moment of silence here, so we are going to recognize that here as well.
And his number has been retired for this season. So at this time, a moment of silence, please, for Eric Ippolito. Thank you.
All right.
We had a quick recognition for former Fredonia player, and a moment of silence. We are going to be getting to the national anthem here in just a moment.
Tonight, our visitors would like to be introduced.
Oh, sorry, we're going to do the announcements of the team.
Valley Panthers.
So the Gowanda Pine Valley team, no individual recognition.
For your Fredonia Hillbillies.
But you are going to now hear the starting O for the Fredonia Hillbillies. While that's going
At tight end, a senior, number 89, Jake Skinner.
Jake Skinner has been the talk of the offseason this year.
Wide receiver, a senior, number 84, Troy Lansky. At tackle, a senior, number 64, Alex Christie.
Alex Christie returning, the only returning starter from the offensive line.
Well. At the other guard, a senior, number 56, Yanni Acevedo.
Yanni Acevedo's new to the offensive line, but was a staple last year on the defensive line. Joe Gullo is the play caller on the offensive line from center there. Matty Lotter starting as a sophomore, as a guard, as a star running back last year for JV. And in the future, I'm sure he will be back. There's Don Gull, another returning starter on defense from last year. Tyler Putney's first year ever playing football.
And the other running back, a senior, number 3, Dalton Gardner.
Dalton Gardner and the Gardner name's been a staple of Fredonia football here for a long time. Nick Whitfield, a super soft, is back playing football this year and earned the starting job at quarterback. So again, there's a lot of high hope here for the Hillbillies, being down to Class C. Hold on 1 second for the national anthem.
For the performance of our national anthem. This evening, the anthem will be performed by Celine Arnavout.
That was a beautiful job singing the national anthem by Celine there. Thank you very much, Celine. It was a great voice that just echoed through the Orange Bowl. And it looks like, and yes, he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Greg Krause is going to be joining us now here, which glad to see him.
Good to see you, brother.
On the YouTube access, okay, is www.FredoniaCableAccess.com. And throughout the season and even last year's games, I believe, if you search that, you're going to be able to go back and watch any of these broadcasts throughout the year.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha.
Which is nice to see and nice to have for the players and parents and friends and family living out of town and so on, too. I know I send them to my dad, who lives 6 hours away, for him to check it out, and it's really a great way. And you can watch it live that way online. And we will be on Spectrum Channel 1301 throughout the year as well. So spread the word of that. I know a lot of people are checking out tonight. Welcome and thanks for joining us. You see Alex Christie, senior lineman captain, Don Gullo, junior, and Jake Skinner, senior, and Dalton Gardner, senior, representing Fredonia out there as captains tonight. 4 strong contributors last year. I think all made different recognitions, all-star teams, and so on last year, back to lead the way for the Fredonia Hillbillies this year. Greg, welcome. Glad to have you.
Of course. It's another great season. We're excited. It's going to be a whole new look for the Fredonia Hillbillies, right? First of all, they're the Fredonia Hillbillies.
That's right. We talked about that a little bit.
Yep.
No longer part of Brockton, is not part of the football program anymore. They're with Chautauqua Lake in Westfield now. And good luck to them and all the former Hillbillies.
Yep, and a whole new look. When you lose your quarterback, your bell cow running back, and most of your starting offensive line, you know it's going to be a whole new look and a whole new year.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything different. I mean, Coach Sherlock has been doing the same thing for years. I think he's going to, they're going to probably pound the ball, and I got to believe they're going to try to get it to Skinner.
Yeah.
But, I think it's the same thing. Ball control, good defense. Be there be there all game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I did attend their scrimmage last week, and it was, not to Thank you, but it was a totally different look. Now, I know
Yep.
Southwestern
Yep.
scouts were there because we had the scrimmage at Southwestern, which is a whole nother story there, but the Fredonia Hillbillies, were in spread and shotgun every snap.
Wow.
There was no power running game at
Interesting
all.
to hear.
They have it in their bag.
I was
going to
say,
there.
even Coach Sherlock couldn't, you know, I mean,
It's there, but
Good.
this year you got Nick Whitfield at quarterback who can throw it a mile, and a lot of athletes led by Jacob Skinner, being scouted by a number of Division I schools as a tight end. And, you got Gullo, you got Gardner, you got Lansky. You got a number of receivers out there that catch the ball. Tyler Putney came out this year. Basketball superstar, could jump out of the gym. He's going to bring those skills to the football field as well. So you are going to see a lot of passes out here tonight as well.
Boy, and both quarterbacks, both Helmer and Whitfield
Absolutely.
are going to be able to scramble out of that shotgun very well. They're both again good athletes to run in. Here we go.
There's the opening
boy.
kickoff. And not the start we wanted. It's Alex Schrader, who is also playing his first football game this year. The two Schrader boys are coming out, moving from the soccer program to the football field, and they will be strong contributors on the varsity and JV. But you don't want to kick it out of bounds to start the season. A little open season nerves there.
No, and I'll tell you, I wondered what the difference between B and C was going to look like. And I'll tell you that you can see, 20 pounds a man compared to the games last year? Fredonia's smaller, obviously, after losing those linemen. Oh, my gosh, yes. They've still got some big boys, and they're conditioned and ready to go. But, Fredonia's they're used to being undersized. They're used to being the smaller team that's using leverage and toughness. I'll tell you, I think they're the bigger team right now.
Yeah, they definitely are. Gowanda, Pine Valley only had 18 players on varsity and had to move up a number of JV players. Here we go, first snap in a pro set, motion in the backfield, give to the tailback, and not a lot there. Pretty much no gain. It's looking like, let's see, that is number 11.
No gain.
Yep, that's number 11 of Gowanda. That's Shelton Bellinger, their starting running back. He's a senior. But even him, he's a 5'8". He's listed at 160, so he's probably closer to 140 in real life. I know how that goes, being a guy of my demeanor size. We always exaggerate. Okay, same formation, pro formation. Quarterback under center, motion this time from the left into the backfield. This time he goes to the motion man, off the left tackle, nothing there. Looks like Jake Skinner made the tackle. That's number 44, Nolan Smith on the carry.
Nolan Smith on a carry. Jake Skinner.
All right, I'm getting my stats. Who had the first carry?
That was number 11,
Perfect.
Shelton Bellinger.
Third down and long.
So it's going to be third down and about 7. So it's gain of about 2 on the play. And this is not where you want to be if you're Gowanda and third and long.
Boy, you look up and you find yourself in the 40, and now all of a sudden you're 3rd and 7.
Okay, we got a shotgun
Pro set.
formation.
There we go.
Yeah,
Shotgun,
it's like a
motion.
pistol. There's motion. Give to the
Oh,
jet
boy,
man.
oh, boy.
And Jacob
Skinner ate him up.
was ready for that. He almost beat the handoff on that play. And a big tackle for a loss. I think that was number 10.
Yep.
Gavin Phillips, sophomore on the carry. Again, 5'8", 150. So size difference definitely a factor. But like I was trying to get at earlier, the JV game got canceled against Gowanda because there isn't enough
They had to
players.
move everybody up, yeah.
So they were able to pick up Akron, but I think that's going to be a big problem for the JV team all year. Back return.
We got to I think we got
bad snap.
Oh, they're not going to call that.
Okay, short punt here.
Fredonia caught a break there. Unless 1, 2.
It's a gain of what? A punt of about 16, 17 yards there. Fredonia is going to start their first possession, their own 45-yard line of the season.
First and 10 from their own 45.
So, that's a 20-yard net? Yep, 20-yard net.
Okay.
Because they were on the 35. They lost 7, yep. So, Fredonia had, I think their 12th player was about the numbers coming off.
Okay, I didn't
and
see that.
That's what I was talking about.
Gotcha.
And easily could have been flagged. Now, first game, I think the officials should let something like that go. Let them play the game, you know.
Here they are in shotgun, that spread
Here we go.
formation, just like we saw in the scrimmage.
Ooh, there it is, yeah. Left tackle. Lauder had a little bit of a twitch.
Okay, that's sophomore converted running back. He's always been a running back his whole life, but moving up this year, and he'll be back to running back in the future, I assure you. But he's a great football player. A little bit of nerves and excitement. I know he's all amped up to play tonight and got a little ahead of himself.
That is one of the things with youth. You know, that it's wonderful that they get older, but boy, this is nervous. They're at it the first time.
Absolutely.
Fredonia coaches look sharp today. They're all in their orange shirts.
Orange shirts. Here we go. Whitfield once again's in shotgun. Twins to both sides. That's a fake handoff, and he's throwing over the middle, and there he is.
And Skinner's just going to.
Skinner. Yeah. It took 3 men to take him down. Gain of about 20 yards on the play. So that's Nick Whitfield's first pass in 2 years. He took his freshman year off and picked right up from where he left off in midgets and completed a 21-yard pass to Jacob Skinner.
So we back to 1st and 10, but that was a nice ball. And Skinner's just such a good target to throw to. I gotta believe they're going to want to feed that. He's just such a horse. He's split wide. Look, he's out wide right.
You won't see many guys bigger. And look at Putney on the other side with the height too. Those are 2 of the biggest receivers you'll see all year in this league. That's for sure. So again, they give it off to the tailback. And Dalton Gardner and Dom Gullo, this time it was Dom Gullo, is going to split a lot of the carries this year in the backfield. Both of them are smaller backs with a lot of speed and elusiveness and real tough kids. They both of them hit the weight room very hard in the offseason. You can tell if you see them with their shirts out, they really put on some mass expecting to carry that load this year that, last year was –
well, and I got to believe this spread offense with those 2 big receivers is going to make it a little easier to run in between the tackles.
Yeah, absolutely. Play action
here, he
here
goes.
once again. This time he Grayson, is that Grayson? Yeah, number 22 was the intended receiver. Grzyniewicz, and looked like he lost his footing a little bit, which honestly is one of my biggest pet peeves tonight. I don't know if I should say anything or not, where this field is not in good shape at all.
And this is the first game.
And
by the way, this is no
dead spots everywhere. It's kind of an embarrassing situation. I'm not gonna lie.
But 30 years it's been that way. It's we got to get a better field up here.
Absolutely, and we need to get together as a community and do something about this because it is not an acceptable playing surface. Handoff this time to Dalton Gardner.
Nice
his first
move.
carry. Nice little cut move.
Boy, that was
enough for first down here for the Hillbillies. And that's what you're going to see out of both Gardner and Gullo this year. A lot of shiftiness and quick moves, and they're going to be hard to get a hold of. They're not the tallest backs in the world. They run low, and they're both fast and strong, and they're tough to grab. They really are. So that was
patience. They talk about it all the time, but that Gardner could have just run into that pile of bodies. He took a second, took a look, found the open. Nice little move. Smart run.
The same formation, fake to Gullo. Whitfield's looking, doesn't find anyone. Running a little. Now he pulls up and incomplete. Intended receiver was Grayson Grzyniewicz once again, a JV superstar from last year. Led the team in total yards and scoring, and has a lot of speed. He's a deadly weapon out of the slot for Varsity this year. You see him on defense and offense.
I think Coach Sherlock will take that incomplete, though. Whitfield scrambled for a little time, and instead of just instinctively taking off, he may miss that pass today, but by game 3, he's going to be able to square his shoulders and make that play.
Absolutely. And he threw it away from coverage, too.
Right.
No one but his receiver is going to catch that. We got trips left this time. Lone receiver right is Jacob Skinner. Whitfield,
double coverage on Skinner.
Yeah, absolutely, which is going to leave a lot of guys. Oh, and there is the pick. Safety read that pass really well. Whitfield actually makes a return after a 31-yard interception and return by number 3. I almost looked at the Jordan Driscoll. There's the quarterback as well, I believe. He's a senior.
Boy, he didn't. You talk about a center fielder that didn't have to move. I mean, he just stood there. Whitfield obviously had his eye on the receiver. Again, you got a sophomore in his first big game, and he's staring that guy down. He was open the last time. Same receiver came back to the huddle, said, "Hey, look at me."
Yeah.
This time he just stared him down and threw it right into the coverage.
We got officials timeout here.
Where are we at, the 30? Yeah.
If you guys noticed, Greg, I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah. We got the time, the
time
scoreboard on there.
Down situation.
Big time, man. Big time.
It's a really nice feature.
Chip Rewald and the news team, right?
Yeah, they're doing
Daughter, too. She filled in.
Yeah. Great job.
absolutely, which I'm very
It's a
excited
Rewald
about.
family affair today. Yeah, it is. It is really. I mean, gosh, we constantly have to say, "Hey, this is the time." Oh, now we got a little
score.
clock issue, don't we? Wait, we've got 8:59, but they're not. They're keeping the clock on the field. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Oh, there's going
There's
to be
5.
a false start against. And look at that, Greg. There's the flag, the yellow flag markers out there
Wow.
on there.
This
Clock
is a
has
big
stopped
time.
The clock, though, Chip. If I don't know if you do that or not. Okay. But yeah, this is, obviously going to be a little learning curves here, and we're going to get used to it. But I know for our viewers, this is a great addition to that. And like I said, even down at Coghlan's, no one ever knew what the score was
Right,
or time
right.
was left because there was no sound. So now local establish have the game on, and our viewers will know
Yeah,
the
it's-
entire time. Here we go. Pro formation, under center, to the yeah,
I was
that
gonna
is the
say,
75.
Yeah, it is. It's the
Yeah.
fridge. Is that Fridge Perry?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's Fridge Heinz. It's you talk about hey, get the Heinz out of the fridge, right, or something
Right.
like that.
And that was number
Jesse-
75.
yeah,
which
Jesse
is
Hines.
Jesse Hines on the carry.
Wow.
Tackled by, I believe that was Joe Gullo, this junior linebacker up from JV last year. Again, one of the big tacklers from the JV squad last year. So that'll be his first varsity tackle and tackle for a
6-yard
loss.
loss,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't beat that.
Did he? I feel guilty. I didn't notice if he lined up there or if it
Yes.
was some kind of trick play
No,
from.
he lined
okay.
up as the back at that time. Motion in, give to the tailback, and nothing there.
Boy, they must be very, very concerned about the Fredonia pass rush to not throw on that down.
Yeah.
Now we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, that was to the tailback, Shelton Bellinger. Jacob Skinner once again in on the tackle. I think a loss for another 1 or 2 on that play. So it's third and about 15, 16 yards
At
here.
least 16, yeah.
And you got to be careful. You don't want to turn the ball over here if you're the Panthers. Starting to hear the defensive motion to the right. Quarterback keeper this time. And again, nothing there. Maybe gain of 5, which again, first down, second down, it's a great play, but not third and 16. So
and he didn't even look to throw the ball.
No,
that was a catch and go. Yeah.
That was a design QB keeper all the way, little QB draw. So 4th and 10, on comes the punt team, the punt return team. Back to return is number 22, Grayson Grzanevich, and number 20, Joe Gullo. Both juniors starting in their first varsity game. Motion to the right, and here's the punt. Once again, even a shorter punt
Look
this
out.
time. Biggest thing, get away. Oh, that's a live ball.
Correct.
Oh,
and
the
it's on the
ball is
floor.
on the ground, but he grabbed it. Now, coaching staff is going to talk to him.
Oh,
Jacob
yeah.
Skinner is beating the coaching staff to that, going, hey, Greg, get away. There's Greg Johnson, the senior. And when you touch it, it's not. It was almost like he was thinking he was on the punt team downing
Correct.
the ball.
It did look. He had that
Yeah.
kind of a. Yeah.
But luckily, it didn't result in a turnover. And Fredonia's going to be looking for a score here. They want to get up here early. It's 5:41 the first quarter.
So that was, I think, a 19-yard. I've got a 19-yard punt. So we 20 and 19 now.
Yeah, that's not a good average by any
No.
means. And again, you do
And he
protect
got the
yourself
bounce.
from a big
And he
return.
got the
Yeah,
bounce.
Yeah.
First and 10.
So here
Now
we go. What
they
do we got?
they certainly bailed out Nick Whitfield, his first mistake.
Yeah,
He get the
absolutely.
defense. Nothing like a good. Hey, you heard Aaron Rodgers the other day,
Yeah.
right? I got a defense.
Right.
Bailed him out.
Okay, now we have Skinner as a wingback in motion. Whitfield gives it to
He's open.
play action.
Yeah, they want
No.
him. Look
There
at
he
that.
is, Jacob Skinner on the catch. One man to beat, and he trucks it. Oh, quarter. Jacob Skinner ran over the first guy, and then the touchdown saving tackle by the running back DB, Shelton Bellinger. Is actually listed as linebacker, so he really hustled down the field to make that touchdown saving tackle.
26-yard gain.
So Skinner's second catch, and now he's over 40 yards already and 2 catches this year. so
Right.
far for Skinner. It's a pretty good average.
And that was such a nice little throw. It had to go over the defender. He put, Skinner's got, solid hands. He's been working all summer on that.
Absolutely. This time it's given to Dom Gullo.
Nice
turns
run.
the corner. Looks like another first down. The tackle's inbounds, they're signaling. I thought he went out, but no, I guess he was tackled inbounds. But gain of, I'm going to say, around 13. Either way, it's a first down for the Hillbillies.
Where we spotted on the 12.
Yeah, it looks like first and 10, right around, that 12-yard line.
We'll call it the 12,
line.
so
Sure.
that's a 12-yard gain, yep. 13, I'm going to give him, we're on the 25.
Okay. Gullo's once again in the, no, empty backfield. We got trips right, twins left.
Wow.
Only Whitfield, new look here. Looking to his left.
He's got room to
scramble,
run.
And he does
Yes.
have room to run, and he is going to go.
Sure,
That's the
score.
This time, Nick Whitfield on the keeper and his first varsity touchdown. That's the Hillbillies' opening touchdown of the season. 9:23 remaining in the first quarter. Extra point to follow. It's a 13-yard run by the sophomore Nick Whitfield.
So every once in a while, but we said if he spreads them out, that's going to get, Whitfield, he's a good athlete, solid runner. There was just, we all saw it as soon as those receivers took off, he just had a wide open area to go.
Man. So who is this kicking here? Is that 14? Oh, Alex Schrader.
Yep.
Oh, bad snap. Jacob Helmer with a holder, scoops
there's
it up
it,
and runs it in. And Jacob Helmer is the backup quarterback this year, and I will say this. He's probably would start on most teams in Class C as a junior quarterback on varsity. So Fredonia is blessed really with three great quarterbacks in the program. Whitfield, Helmer on varsity. Oh, that was Dalton Gardner holding? All right, sorry about that.
Wait a second, was it? I thought
it really looked like number 2.
I disagree.
Jacob
I think
Helmer,
it was. I think it was 2.
I think he's being the holder. I don't think it was a 2 number. But either way, back to Helmer. He's starting quarterback last 2 years on JV. He's a great leader. He's got an arm and an athlete too. So Fredonia is blessed with 2 starting quarterbacks really, which for a Class C team is unheard of.
It looks like that must be a 4 on the clock, or they got it. Yeah, okay. So 4:23. I know we lost it over here when it went out for a minute, but 4:23 left. So 4:23 left. Fredonia takes a 8-0 lead with a nice, a very impressive drive.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3-play drive.
Yeah, Alex Schrader here kicking off.
One of the returners.
Going for a little pooch kick here. That was intentional. That's been designed here. He did not mishit that or anything. And honestly,
sure?
Yes, he slowed his leg down.
Got it.
It was designed to be a short little pooch kick there. Alex Schrader, again, former soccer player. He's got
that's
a
true.
strong
He's got a leg. Yeah, you're right.
No.
You're right.
That was definitely a called play.
Because the
first
first one was pretty.
return.
The first one wasn't much.
Yeah, he mishit the first one without a doubt, but that one was designed. I'm 99.9% sure on that one.
I got you.
All right, so here we go. Fredonia back again. Is Gowanda on defense? Gowanda, Pine Valley's 3rd possession here, and they haven't shown much so far. Going in a pistol formation. Wingate said there's motion. It is
Here's
a
the
pass
throw.
play. A first pass play. And that's dangerous throw. Dangerous to intended for number 44 over his head. That's Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith falls incomplete.
Is that let's see, who was on that coverage? That was good coverage. He was running with him.
And then the safety was over top too. So
I'm looking at the wrong.
Yeah,
23. Is it Lemishko?
Troy Lemishko.
Yeah, was that Troy?
Could be. Yep, very well could be. Troy's played a lot of DB and receiver and passing leagues this summer and did a nice job. He is in at safety right now. And he was over the top, and there was a corner underneath. So it wasn't a lot of room there. And a lot of those passes like that will get picked off. That I promise. And Fredonia is not afraid of the pass. They have basically 10 guys in the box right there.
There's 75
and there's
again.
That big man,
the big
number
boy.
75. And honestly, that might be their best bet. You mentioned Fredonia's size is down a little bit, so you get a bigger back in there. And he did a nice job. That's a gain of
4, a long 4, a short 5.
Yep,
I don't know, but it certainly was the best play they've had.
Absolutely. Honest, down it wasn't 4th and whatever. You know,
Right.
they had a 5-year on a yard keeper draw
Right.
coverage, but that didn't matter at that point. But now it's 3rd and 5. It's their most manageable 3rd down situation all game. Again,
That
like a
wing,
tight-
they still got
yeah,
that wing, double wing.
There's 44 in motion this time. Once again,
Going
they
at
give
him
it to
again.
the big fella, and he gets to the outside. It's going
First
to get a
down.
first down. So that's a nice job by the Panther offensive line there. Sealed the edge, no penetration that time, and their first down of the game. And Jordan Sherlock, defensive coach, does not like it either.
I don't think they game plan for the offensive
Well,
tackle to go in the backfield.
I will say, a little inside, most coaches these days exchange film. It saves a lot instead of making
First game,
everyone. But Gowanda would not exchange.
Oh, really?
What do I want to say? Ooh, late handoff. This time Skinner's there waiting. No, that wasn't Skinner. Sorry, that was
52.
that's Christie.
Lauder. I think it was Lauder.
Oh, that is Matt Lauder.
Yep.
You're right. That's a sophomore starting on offense and defense. His first varsity tackle, a 2-yard loss on the play. But yeah, Gowanda would not share film with Fredonia this past
That's strange.
week. You know, and so they didn't really have a lot. They figured to be somewhat basic, which it very well has been. But there wasn't any film exchange by the two coaches, which isn't normal anymore.
Right.
Most teams have agreed, like, let's not make us all travel all over the county and see our families a little bit.
Yeah,
and exchange
or hide
film.
hide somewhere
Yeah.
and yeah.
Pro
we got
formation, motion in, fake pitch.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and
Oh, I thought that
nothing
was
there
a
this
fumble.
time. Skinner was definitely in there quick to almost cause a fumble, and then it was cleaned up by, let's see, who was that? That is 64 this time. Number 64, that's Alex Christie, captain, senior.
So we're down to a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, and Alex Christie will be a key player this year for the Hillbillies. The only offensive starter back on the line, and he'll be playing both ways and playing a lot of end as well. And he's really got to step up if Fredonia's going to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. Fake to the jet back, and there it's again nothing
Boy,
there.
3rd and 14, and they're running a dive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, yeah.
It shows they don't have a lot of confidence in any long passing plays. They don't want to turn it over because they know Fredonia's coming on that blitz.
I mean, that ball wasn't a terrible ball. I mean, the defender had him well covered, and there was coverage over the top. But I mean, there was hope when the ball was in the air, as opposed to running it into the middle. And
Right,
they really
it's like the punting game is throw a long pass, interceptions,
Yeah.
punt anyway a lot of times. But okay, we got a timeout in the field. That's Gowanda, Pine Valley's first timeout. And we should, let's see if we can get that up on the screen too. I know we have it. We're learning how to use this new program, but we do have timeout features on there as well. I know, right, Chip? He's trying.
well, and
okay.
there's all sorts of confusion. You know,
Yeah.
we've got.
It's our first game, too, of the season, right? This is almost like our preseason.
We
but it's
didn't
game
change
one.
quarters, did I?
Yeah.
We're at 7:20. Is that 1:22? Oh, we got just some.
It's a timeout.
Nice,
Yeah,
there you
but-
go. Hey, come on, man. We should get. There you go. I hear the floor is great. Bring our BB gun next time and just take those 2 little lights out on the top. You
Yeah,
know.
right. Well, it does look like they got the guess 0 and so on corrected. We'll have to
Yes,
see.
yeah.
For years, we couldn't put up 7 on the scoreboard. So hopefully that's fixed this year. So here we go. Back on the punt. You got Grzanevich and Gullo, Joe Gullo, back to return. There's 3 different Gullos on the team this year.
Actively
Motion.
involved.
Yes, all 3 starters.
And Gullo deep for the Hillbillies.
Another
That's
short
a better punt.
Yeah, that was angled
At
and
least-
intended. They're afraid of the Fredonia athletes, without a doubt. I can't tell you how many games last year on JV, Grzanevich won us just on punt and kickoff return. So they're kicking away from them. And that
Such
was
a
effective. It was down
23-yard punt.
down to the 35, no return, no threat. That was more planned than the first 2. It's no doubt.
And he got the roll, and it got off.
Sure.
But
So what is the right time here? Are we?
1 minute 14.
Okay, 1
I
minute
know.
14.
Looks like we're on 1:14 now.
The scoreboard says 7:14. Ours is a little off. We'll get it adjusted. So it's 1:14 left.
It's a home
field
field advantage, you know?
Yeah. Hillbilly pride.
Right.
What's in?
Here he goes.
The
Look,
shotgun,
nice ball.
Wide open over the middle. That's number 3, Dalton Gardner. Running backwards breaks the tackle, though.
Hold on. There you go.
So we got a gain of 20 yards on first down, and Gardner was wide open. There wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him on that play.
Yeah, that was, you start spreading out those two big boys, and that draws a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Same formation, lots of spread.
Twin on both sides here. Looks like Dom Gullo next to Whitfield and shotgun. And here we go, Whitfield back to throw
He's there for
again.
the screen.
He's got all day.
Wow. Here.
No one's open, though. Nice coverage. And I don't know if, it would be technically a sack by number 11. That's the running back, Shelton Bellinger, also playing linebacker on defense. And that would be what you call a coverage sack. He had lots of time, but nobody was open downfield.
And there's another one to learn because he had Gullo just in the flat. I mean, even a little pitch would have gotten to him and gave him running room. His eyes are downfield. It's got to be tough. Your first game, you're young, you're looking downfield. You just don't have it all there, but he will.
He didn't force it, though. That
is most important.
Take a 1-yard loss over interception. Oh, that time Troy Lansky was open over the middle, just over his head. So it was Whitfield to Lansky, incomplete, 3rd down and 11. This is the longest yardage 3rd down play by far for Fredonia so far.
Yep.
And that will bring us, I believe, to the end of the first quarter if the clock is right, with the score Fredonia 8, Gowanda Pine Valley 0. Kind of a sloppy game so far. We're definitely working out kinks. Fredonia has been in complete control on the other hand too.
Yeah, and we've only seen the one turnover, and on the end of that drive, that's the second drive. Fredonia just boom, 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 3 plays, march down.
Absolutely.
And I think you're looking at right now, again, you're bringing up 3 JVs. Gowanda Pine Valley's hoping to survive today.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll get better and they'll be okay, but they're hoping to survive.
Yeah. And a lot of C schools and even B schools. I mean, Southwestern, they're a large school, great football program, going to be the #1 competitor of Fredonia and C South. They're 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. They don't have a JV team by design because of numbers. So it's really a struggle in Class C. I think we will see even more teams going 8-man football in D in next year because of the numbers. There's just not as many young men and even some girls playing football as there used to be. So it was the end of the first quarter. So Fredonia will have it 3rd and 11 on the Panther 46-yard line.
So,
and I'm guessing here hopefully we won't know because we get a first down, but I wouldn't be surprised unless there's a negative play here, big negative play. Fredonia is going to go for it.
Yeah, they're on the right side.
Okay. There is a flag. It's going to be false start.
Motion is it on the quarterback?
No, well, the linemen, there was some confusion. You could see, and the linemen were turned around. I don't know if they were looking for a count or a blocking scheme there or what. But you could see a couple of linemen turning and asking questions, but it was probably after quarterback initial down or whatever else, depending on the cadence. So that's why it was a false start. So 3rd and 16 now, empty backfield, trips left, twins right.
Look out.
Oh, Whitfield's pass intended for Gardner, incomplete. So bringing on 4th and 16, and yes, this will, after the penalty, bring on the punt team. Looking to pin Gowanda back deep. So that's disappointing. The Fredonia coaching staff isn't happy with only 1 touchdown so far. And a little bit more, they're going to want a little bit more efficiency and smoothness on the offense.
And you always get a little nervous, although it's a little different in high school than at other levels, because you get nervous when you control the game as much as Fredonia has and you're only up by 1, by 1 touchdown. Because the game turns quickly.
That's right. A big play, a little momentum. And Gowanda must not be convinced that they're really punting because they're playing more of a
Yep,
prevent
safety.
defense.
Nice
You know,
punt.
One guy is calling fair catch, and he does make it. And that's not an easy catch, having Jake Skinner staring in your face like that. But that's a nice job by number 3 of Gowanda, Jordan Driscoll, to come up with that catch with no blockers down at the 19-yard line.
38-yard punt.
And who was, I didn't mention the punter's name. That's my bad. I didn't catch who that was either. So next time, if there is another punt, we'll definitely make sure we give him that recognition he deserves.
And particularly when it was a nice punt.
Yeah,
I mean, he did a
absolutely.
really nice job there. Set it up high, forced the fair catch.
All right, Thompson is in on defense. I know Jacob Thompson, I mentioned his name, another junior up. Played a couple snaps earlier. Pitched to number 10 here. Nice gain on first down. That's their best first down play.
Yep.
Gain of about 8.
Gavin Phillips over the right side.
That's number 10, Gavin Phillips on the carry. That's like a little Delaware double wing T offense there play.
Well, yeah, they are running that they set that double wing all the time now, and I think that's what they've got to do. They got to make quick hitters. If they try to do anything with any counter or fake, Fredonia's quick, and they get into that backfield
They
quick.
get a lot of penetration. Yeah. There it is. This is definitely an old school Delaware wing offense right now in motion. Once again, same play to number 10. Now first down. Gowanda's second first down. So those are the 2 best back-to-back plays they've had all day. And here you go. Greg mentioned earlier, you're a better team. You're down in the game, and you get penalties. You don't get a first down. You punt. And all of a sudden, Gowanda's got a first down. They're deep in their own territory still, but that's not what the Fredonia coaching staff wants out of this game right now, I promise you.
Right. Little momentum, and these Gowanda's probably, hey, all of a sudden, here we go. First and 10 at the 34, huh? Yep.
Same formation. This side's going to be, botch reverse play. It is fumbled. Let's see who's got it. There's a Hillbilly and a Panther battling for the ball.
Second down.
Okay, officials are announcing that's number 7, Daniel Flag. I'm not sure I pronounced that, F-L-A-I-G, with the recovery, but the tailback ran into the receiver coming around on the reverse, and that might have been there, too, if they had executed a cleaner handoff. So it's a loss of about 3 on the play.
Yep.
Second down and 13. Ball on the 31-yard line. Hey, back to these Delaware wing.
Yep.
Fredonia's got 10 guys in the box. 1 safety back.
Boy,
about
and even he's
7,
tight.
8 yards. Yeah.
Fake the double.
A quick
The
hitter
big boys
up the
come.
middle.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough sledding inside of there. That's for sure. for
Gain of 2
Gowanda.
maybe,
Yeah.
up to 3rd and 11.
Third down and long here. You got to expect some pressure coming from Sherlock and the Fredonia Hillbillies. I think Jordan Sherlock, the defensive coach, is calling the defensive plays here. And so far in any 3rd and long situations, he's brought the pressure this game. Let's see if he does it again. And there's Skinner right out the middle, sneaking in, and I bet he's going pretty hard right here. And he's not on the blitz. Fake, but they go right out the middle again, and nothing there.
Boy, 3rd and 11,
Yeah.
and we're going to run it right up the gut
2
with
plays
our
in a
big guy.
row. We get second down in
Yep.
13, and they run 2 dives in a row just to punt. They're like waiting to punt with those play calls. If you're going to win a game like this, I get field position and so on, but at least try an off-tackle play or something on
Right.
second down, or you're going to get a little bit more yardage. That'll bring on the punt team. That's Gullo and Grzanevich back once again. There's the number of the punter there for Gowanda. Is that 1? No, they don't have a 1. Let's see.
Timeout. They're looking to call timeout. Nobody
Oh,
sees it.
no.
I don't know if they're short a man
That's
or.
number 3.
Oh, my
that
goodness
is-
gracious.
That punt is
Good
gonna
catch by the
net-
fan.
Hey, big
Nice
catch by the
grab.
fan. And he's getting the cheer
Yeah.
from the crowd.
That's got to be a net 3 yards.
Yeah, let's see where they mark it, where it went out of bounds. They're saying right around the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. So, wow.
Yeah, we're going to call it 3 yards.
That is very unfortunate. You can tell they're trying to angle out of bounds, but they are not executing that. 3 out of 4 times been basically a missed punt.
Boy, and the coach was jumping up and down trying to call a timeout, and I don't know what he saw or whether they were short a man. I mean, he got lucky. The punt was awful, but
I think we might have been short a man.
I'm also curious why they didn't get the timeout when he's jumping up and down that high.
Whitfield and shotgun once again.
Oh,
this
boy,
time
he's got
going
him.
deep.
Nope.
Oh, and on the wheel route, that's Dalton Gardner was wide open. Double coverage on Skinner, and just couldn't connect with him.
Boy, when he released that, I thought he was misthrowing it to Skinner, and then Gardner came out of nowhere.
Again, there's advantage of the double coverage on Skinner, and you got a great athlete receiver, Gardner, out there wide open. That's a win situation.
They'll throw that again.
And back to the timeout situation, you're absolutely right. And Coach Jordan Sherlock, assistant coach, was giving the official a hard time. Why didn't I get a timeout there?
I mean, his hands were, I could see his above his head, jumping up and down. This wasn't a casual, he's got to get that.
Okay, shotgun, one back, Twins, both sides. This time I draw at the middle, not a lot there. That's a nice tackle by number 55. That's Everett Golden of the Panthers. It was basically a one-on-one situation with Dom Gullo on the carry. Gain of 1. And he's not an easy guy to bring down one-on-one. So now we're 3rd and long again for the Hillbillies. This offense just not clicking right now.
Once again, they certainly are in 4-down territory. That may impact this call.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Got to get, again, back to Skinner.
Putney hasn't been targeted yet either.
You're
Sooner
right.
or later, they're going to the big man there.
Uh-oh.
A lot of pressure here.
A lot of time now,
Whitfield
though.
does a nice job getting away, tucks the ball, and he's going to get the corner and the first down. That's a great job by sophomore Nick Whitfield. They brought the blitz, and it was there. The pressure was there, and he got away and made something out of nothing on that play.
They came strong. I mean,
he
had
guys in his face.
Yeah, that was good poise to not panic. Pulled it down, went up. I thought he was going to throw the ball again, but he just had too much real estate in front of him.
Yeah, once he got away from the initial 3, the heart was pumping. He saw an opening. He tucked it and went, which isn't a bad situation. Same formation, Twins on both sides. Single back, looks like no, that's Gullo once again. Fake to Gullo. Whitfield looking, and this time he is sacked. From behind, that is number 55 once again of the Panthers, Everett Golden. And Whitfield just hung on the ball a little bit too long there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one where they want him to throw it away, Boy, and I feel terrible for his tackle who saw that. Blocked him for a minute, then lost him, and I don't know if he was screaming, but that's the lookout block, right?
You're right, and that's another coverage sack. And I think it's a little bit of product of the interception, too. He doesn't want to throw his second one. No one was wide open, but he might have been able to sneak in a throw or two there. Again, experience is going to help that. Trips left, fake to Gullo, throws over the middle and just misses Dalton Gardner. Nice play design there. Once again, you got a lot of athletes. You got Grizinevich, Lansky, Gardner all out on the left there, and they did a nice job, and there were some open guys and just missed them. So now we're in 3rd and 16, 17 yards here. Again, 4-down territory, so they don't have to get all 16, 17 yards here. So what's your 8 to 10 yard play, Coach? Get that and give yourself a shot in 4th down.
I mean, that mid-range stuff. I mean, he threw that nice ball to Skinner. He threw the nice ball to the mid-range stuff is, I think, where he'd like to be. I'm sure where Coach would like him to be with the just getting it going. So a little confusion. Now we got Skinner kind of in an offset.
And there is, let's see, official
timeout by Gowanda.
Okay, timeout Gowanda with, I believe that's 6:38. Yep, that's 6:38 there. Score Fredonia 8. Gowanda Pine Valley 0. Second quarter here. And again, this isn't how Fredonia wanted to come out today. I got to admit, you expected 2-3 scores by now, and they've had the opportunities to get those. They're just not quite executing. It's not panic or anything like that. But the coaching staff is going to be a little frustrated. There's going to be a lot of coachable moments tomorrow morning in film session for this first half. But it's the first game, that's expected. A lot of new starters,
Correct.
like we brought up, new quarterback. new offense here a little bit. Not that they wouldn't ever spread it out last year, but their bread and butter was the power game. And we haven't been in anything but shotgun so far.
And they are our chains crew. And I'd like to get a round of applause for Dave LeBaron, Dave Cash, Jim Cade, and Brian Thomas, our chain gang. Thank you, gentlemen. There's no game without you.
Okay, after the timeout, back to the Twins both sides. Skinner, Gardner to the right, Grzinevich, Putney to the left, Dom Gullo in the backfield. Snap to, fumble on the play.
I think they've got
Gullo
it.
got it back.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I think that was supposed to be play action there, and he just got a little too much of it in the back, and it knocked it out of Woodfield's hand. Now you have fourth and again, I think Gullo got tackled after the fumble cover right at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to punt it here, which probably isn't a terrible move. Gowanda has not moved the ball. Pin them back deep again. Defense keep doing a good job. 3 and out.
Although the defense, they haven't moved on them. No. I guess it is 16 yards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
don't put that pressure on.
Pin them back, so you're hopefully going for a short
That's
field.
Skinner punting?
That is.
No,
that's Alex Christie, I believe, that just punted that. That was, and Jacob Thompson, number 4, down the ball, pinned him inside the 20-yard line. So Alex Christie, the punter this year. Sorry, we'll get used to those things too.
What's that, 22? Yep.
No, that's the 17.
Oh, no, you're right, the 7. Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see. We got
You just
a
confused the announcer too.
19
after you, Craig.
19-yard punt.
5:46 remaining.
They have 3 total.
They've
used 2. Yep.
1st and 10 for Gowanda. Back to the Delaware wing tee. They got the big back 75 in the backfield. Motion, there's that pitch play. It's been their best play so far, but not a lot there. He's still driving that pile down, though. It's a good job by number 10 of Gowanda keeping those feet moving. Gavin Phillips, there's just not a lot there for him. Gain of maybe 3 yards on the play. So really got 3 out of nothing. So good determination and fortitude there by the running back. 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7 for the Panthers.
Delaware wing. Quarterback under center, motion this way to the left. This time, same play to the left side. Number 11 on the carry. Shelton Bellinger, but nothing there.
1, maybe 2. We'll call it 2. Third and 5.
Alex Christie makes first contact with the defense.
I hope they call something besides the dive here, though. I'm not going to lie.
I'm with you.
Give yourself a chance here to get a first down. It'll be a big first down for Gowanda. Keep the clock going, maintain possession, and keep Fredonia's offense off the field, most importantly.
Well, and the way they've been punting the ball, the field position, they're not flipping the field ever.
No. Delaware motion to the left. Pitch
Quarterback
going to be the reverse this time.
Boy, Fredonia, great presentation. They just
absolutely great discipline there. You know, a lot of times you get a team with speed like Fredonia has, and over pursuing it becomes a threat, and that's what Gowanda was thinking. But the left side of that defense stayed home and played that perfectly. It'll be 4th and about 3, so gain of 2 on the play, and it looks like here comes the punt team, if we can call it that. It hasn't been the most successful punt team so far. So Grzinevich and Gullo back once again. Actually, just Grzinevich this time.
maybe a little fake this way. I don't know. No.
Yeah, they are. You got a receiver wide. Okay, now we adjusted. Motion to the right. Oh, they tried a short snap at least, or if they tried it or not, I'm not sure, but it hit the up back, number 11, Shelton Bellinger, and that was the second farthest punt. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
That was a fumble on the play. Doesn't matter, covers 4th down, turnover and downs, and Fredonia's great field position They have to capitalize here. They got to score it to get their second touchdown of the game.
With only 3:23 now, time shouldn't be an issue. The way that they've been throwing the ball and moving the ball.
I believe they have at least 2 timeouts left, maybe 3.
If you're not using it.
Let's see. Coming out in that same, this time Gardner's in the backfield. No, that once again, it's Gullo in the backfield. Gardner's to the
twins,
right, the slot. Fake to
he's
Gullo. Looking left.
There
and
it
there's
is.
The basketball, throw it to the tall guy, and don't catch it pass to Putney, but it's thrown out of bounds. In the scrimmage last week, that same play was executed, and Tyler Putney made a nice catch on a nice high throw like Whitfield, and they were going for the same thing there, but this time Whitfield got it too far out of bounds, and Tyler didn't have a chance to go up and get it. Now, Lansky coming in here, bringing the play calls in for Putney.
It warms my heart to see a guy running in with the play. It's one of my pet peeves is when they make that quarterback run over. He's running a mile a game, just in, you know.
Absolutely.
So, you know, if you're going to shuffle some guys in and out, Skinner wide right.
Yep. Gardner and Krasnevich with
I'd
him.
be looking to. Oh.
This time the run
Nothing,
play, but
loss.
nothing there. That's the big man, 75, doing multiple duties here. Jesse Hines. Tackle for a loss here. So 3rd and long. They're just not clicking. That's the problem. I mean, I like it. Throw it deep to the star basketball player. Let him jump up and get it. But when you don't execute, 2nd long, try a running play. Loss of 1. Now you're 3rd and long. 2 downs, though, without a doubt here. Again, get half of it. Don't think you have to go for everything.
I'd like to see a quarterback draw. You know, do a little something with Whitfield's legs instead. You know, there's certainly an open backfield now. Right there, he's got a big gap.
Lots of time, big pocket. Oh, overthrow Gardner, and once again,
he's got room to run.
Up. Oh, he cuts back, breaks another tackle.
45, 46. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, that's the 2nd time he just sat out there in center field and. You know, Whitfield made it easy for him.
And that'll get better. It wasn't the best throw Nick has had. And again, nerves are flying. He might be questioned a little bit here. Hasn't been as sharp as he was all offseason in the passing leagues. I watch a lot of it. And even in the scrimmage, he was throwing BBs all over the place. Darts, as the kids would say. Today he's a little off, but that's fine. He'll come back. And
the ball's moving, Knight. I mean, that was a wonderfully the great spiral. It was there. Just his accuracy's off. And like I said, he's got to be all pumped up, man.
Nerves,
oh, my gosh, yes.
It changes everything. But things will slow down for him, and we're going to see a lot of good throws.
2:22 left. If Gowanda could somehow manage to get a touchdown, it would be, you know.
They're in the pistol formation, and this time looking to throw, and that is not a good throw. Right into Jacob Skinner's hands there. That ball didn't have a chance if Jacob wasn't there. 2nd down and 10.
Rita Lynch, you're the winner of the Fredonia football raffle.
Now, in a strange way, if I'm Gowanda, am I coaching? Am I thinking, listen, I'm going to run the ball twice right now. Let that clock run. Yeah. Even if I've got to punt it and give it up on downs, if I can go into the half down 8-0.
Right.
Instead of throwing it 3 times, you give the ball back with 2 minutes at this spot.
Fredonia can score on a single play. You're
right.
That's a tough call. We kind of criticize them for running dives, pistol formation.
Absolutely.
Here, but so you know,
different situation.
Fumble on a run play too. That's just a simple handoff from the back behind the quarterback there. And you got to execute that. That's number 11.
Although number 10 has moved in. No, number 10 moved into quarterback, right? I don't see. Yeah, 3 had the interception. There he is.
Okay.
I see him on the sidelines getting water right now. His helmet's off.
Okay. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either until just when I saw him run over to talk to the coach, and I couldn't find 3. He's on the sidelines with his helmet off. I don't know if there's an injury or just. I mean, it was a 46-yard punt or interception return.
Yeah, I would think it'd have to be an injury. You're not taking out your quarterback with a 2-minute drill, looking to tie the game in a game you're supposed to be getting crushed in. If you know the pigskin prognosticators like myself obviously picked Fredonia to win this game in the Dunkirk Observer today, and I expect to be 20-30 nothing already here. This is a big down. If Gowanda somehow could, even if they got 7 or 8 here, are they going to go for it too?
Well, I think they almost, in order just to run the clock.
And the punting game has been so ineffective.
Abysmal.
Yeah, and that's 158. It looks like 758 on the scoreboard. I know you guys.
Not on ours.
That's right.
Not on
Chip's got
ours.
it
For
dead
everybody
on.
that's listening to you right now, it's
Yeah.
looking perfect at 158.
If you are listening, not seeing, please help raise some money for this field and scoreboard.
Oh
that
my-
should have been.
uh-oh.
And Fredonia does have it. He should have been down anyway. I think they are marking,
They are marking him down.
touch, yeah.
Gardner with the
That's
recovery.
a great effort to scoop and score, but his knee was down. And that's
Can you advance it? Oh, yes, I guess if it hopped to him,
you
yeah.
can advance it, but his knee had touched the ground. So,
Yeah.
being down by contact, as soon as that knee touches when he has possession. It's a big break for Fredonia here. They have to execute here.
33 yards out, 32. You can call it either way. We'll call it 32.
It's going to be, no, it's actually the 37.
7, I'm sorry. I've done that twice now. Yep, you're right.
It's easy to do.
We'll call it the 37. Well, yeah. Let's blame it on the field. No,
Right.
I can't. I
The
can't.
grass
That's
is so
that's
high, you
operator
can't see
error.
the markers,
Right.
A lot of brown. Yeah, don't get me going.
And this is
Staying-
first game.
Yeah, I know.
Wait till it rains.
Well, every time you drive by it all summer long, I just shook my head. It was embarrassing. Whitfield in the shotgun, twins both side. This time I think it was designed run almost. No, receivers are downfield, but there's pressure so quick. He just pulled it off to play action and took
Still
off
gained
with it.
5.
Yeah, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. Nice job by Nick maintaining his composure there because Gowanda brought pressure there and they got through. A little leak in the offensive line picking up the blitz. It's happened a couple times now. They're going to want to shore that up as the season goes on too. So gain of 4 and most importantly stop the clock. 1:45 on the clock.
So it's 2nd down and 6 for the Hillbillies.
And Chip, you're doing a great job with the scoring clock there. They're right on. Trips right here. And there,
Look out.
Another sack.
55. That's
That's
his. He was the.
55,
He caused the
yeah.
pressure on the last play. So all of a sudden,
Everett Golden on the
Jerry
sack.
Hughes is all fired up.
Timeout, Fredonia. And, Jerry Hughes is all fired up. How about those Bills this year? I'm kind of excited about the
Hey,
Bills season.
I get excited
and not
every year,
well,
but
I
this
know you're
year
a
I'm more.
diehard. I'm
Yeah.
not a diehard Bills fan, and I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, depth on the offensive line. Are you kidding me?
We're trading players to the Patriots.
Correct.
They
the
cut
guys that we were going to cut went
Yeah.
to the Browns, who are the darlings of the league, and the
Yeah.
Patriots, who are just the evil empire.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you see the gentleman that they traded? Was it Bolden? Everett? Anyway, the center is a backup
Right.
center.
Bodine.
Bodine, thank you. The Patriots cut him today. So
Oh, did they?
They gave up a draft
Wait a
pick
second.
for this guy.
So wait.
They
So
wanted the
Belichick's so
info.
smart, right?
I
They
know.
just
I
it's
know.
worth the draft pick to get the intel. Bodine was a starter all last year too, so he knows the Bills. That's just
Yeah.
priceless.
But does that show they're a little bit more concerned about the Bills this year? They're willing to get a draft pick up for the.
And they don't play him for another
Yeah.
4 games,
Yeah,
so
so
maybe it was just
I still think either way.
I mean,
the
we
Bills
just
aren't
picked up the
stupid.
Jets. We just picked up the Jets backup quarterback, right? We
Yeah.
did the same thing. Our third quarterback is the Jet. Came out of the Jets
Yeah.
camp,
Right. So
which made me happy. I mean, good. Let's copy the guys that do it right.
Teams do that all the time.
I was a little sad that Jackson didn't make that cut as the
Did
third
he make
guy.
the
I think he is.
practice
No,
squad?
I don't even think he's on the
Okay.
practice squad.
That's too bad.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Whitfield. Take a shot.
There's
This
lots of
time,
room.
lots of time.
Nice ball.
Nice ball. Crossing route to Gardner. Makes a catch. Breaks a tackle.
Look out.
Oh, I think he's got to be down. Either way, Fredonia.
They're calling him down.
Yeah, okay, Gardner was down. Good heads-up play by Gullo there to jump on it just in case. And, hey, let's give a props. There's a lineman down there, number
Yeah.
is that 70 that was down there? Do we
Love it
have
when
a
we
set?
see the hustle.
That's right. That was Nick Lilly running down the field looking to give that last block to break for a touchdown. So good job by the left guard, Nick Lilly there.
21-yard gain.
1:11, clock's running after the chains are set. Whitfield fakes the Gullo once again, lots of time.
Oh, he's got room.
Looking and throws it away.
Boy, he had Putney open again. It's that sophomore.
Skinner was there
Once
a
he
little
starts
bit too,
moving, he starts looking.
Knows
it's
he's
tough
gotta
to
get
take your
rid of
eyes
it.
back.
Yep.
Right.
And he threw a high and away. Skinner was the only one that was going to catch that ball, and it fell incomplete second down. No big deal. That's better than forcing the ball and throwing that third pick.
So time is not a factor. 59 seconds in all 3 timeouts.
Absolutely.
Time shouldn't even come into play. Looks like they're going with the double twins again.
Yeah, same form. I mean, this form, 89% of the time we've been in this formation.
Uh-oh. There he's got
Gullo's out there. Oh, and who is that?
55 again,
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
having
Oh, no,
a-
75. No, let's see.
That's
It's
55, yeah. He's having a heck of a game.
Boy, he
Everett
closed on him
Golden.
fast.
Yes, he did. And we talk about hustle with Nick Lilly. He's rushing the quarterback, and he's making a tackle downfield on the quarterback, too.
Still got a nice 6-yard gain, though.
Yep. Clock's running down to 34, 33 seconds here. Third down.
I don't know why we
motion,
time out
emptying
right there.
the backfield. Pressure quickly by 75. Nick evades it. Nice.
Touchdown. Nice ball. Over the
Flag
line.
on the play. Let's
Wait,
see.
they're going to check. Was he over the line? Don't move, he says.
Don't move. Or was there a lineman downfield with all the
Lineman, somebody,
I don't think he's past the line
he
of
touched his head. He
scrimmage.
touched his
Okay.
head, so that's a lineman downfield.
I'm thinking it might have been Nick Lilly down there, maybe. But that, we've talked about the nerves and mistakes, but that was a great play either way by Whitfield. Avoided the rush, kept his composure, kept his head up downfield, and threw a strike to Gardner in the end zone. So that's a win for Whitfield and the coaching staff there, no doubt about it.
But it does, with 3 timeouts after
No, they
that
don't have
last.
3 left.
What?
They used at least 1.
Okay, I'm still buying. With 2 timeouts left, they lost 20 seconds on that play, not expecting to have a penalty, but
Right.
third and 9.
Yeah, they use at least 1, maybe 2. I'm not sure on that one. Fake 2, Gullo once again. Lots of time. Golden.
He's running.
And
Touchdown.
he's once again. Oh, that's a very late hit there too. I don't.
It's gotta
see
be a
any-
flag.
Yeah, that he was out of bounds through the end zone and
Right.
he got hit there.
Boy, they
You
can't
gotta
let that
protect-
go.
No, absolutely not, because that'll cause problem. But Whitfield, for the second time tonight, avoids the pressure, scrambles, and runs it in for the Fredonia touchdown with only 12 seconds left. So good job by the sophomore on this drive. Made some big plays and resulted in a second rushing touchdown of the season. On to kick the extra point here is Alex Schrader. It is Jake Helmer holding, so I know that was him that rated in for the 2-point conversion. Back to that. And let's see if Schrader can make his first extra point of his career. Snap is good this time. It is down, and the kick is good. Alex Schrader sneaks it over the uprights, making the score Fredonia 14, 15, Gowanda Pine Valley 0 with 12 seconds left in the first half. So it hasn't been textbook, it hasn't been beautiful, but Fredonia's up by 2 touchdowns. So beggars can't be choosers either, right?
And, not only 2 touchdowns, but 2 goal line interceptions, so they've knocked on the door all of those times.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm watching this game, and literally every play, you're wondering if it's going to be a long touchdown.
Yeah,
there's that. It's a real possibility. It's not like just wishful thinking, in my opinion, anyway.
Right.
They haven't executed on all of them and converted on some of the opportunities, but there's that threat in every play, in my opinion, and they've done it on 2 times now. And I'm expecting maybe nerves settle down second half, third quarter, you might see 2 or 3 more. Oh, here we go. Kicking off, I believe, once again, that's Alex Schrader. Let's see what they call this time. There is, last time, if you look, there's that big hole right in the middle here, and that's where Alec put it last time. Student section's getting into it, a little singing of their own. This time he kicks it deep. That was...
Nice pooch caught.
Yeah. Oh, big hit off the middle here. Let's see who is in on that.
I think it was their kicker. No?
Yes, that was number 14, Alex Schrader, coming up and making a nice open field tackle. which may be his first career tackle. I don't think he's ever played in midget football or, JV. So congrats to Alec there.
I tell you, a great story. Back when I was coaching in Buffalo at Turner, we thought we were smart. We got a soccer kid to come and kick for us, and he boomed the ball. First kickoff, he kicks off. Well, the other team doesn't know he's a soccer player. He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he was like a foreign transfer student, just a kicker. They lit him up so hard. He came over, his helmet was coming out his ear. He didn't know what to do. There they go.
Gowanda is going to kneel it, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half with the score: Fredonia 15, Gowanda Pine Valley 0.
And he's coming off the soccer field, so this guy, it's not like he hasn't bumped into a few people before. So, I think, we just watched Fredonia dominate play. I'm putting the stats together. The only thing that they didn't dominate was the scoreboard, although 15-0 is not, there's no shame in that. But, boy, oh, boy, it could have very easily been, 30.
It probably should have been. Now, do you feel like – I know I don't necessarily like a major threat of Gowanda even scoring 15 points by the end of the game. No, but I don't think the coaching staff's going to be happy or satisfied by any means with that first half.
Oh, no, not at all.
Just because the expectation, and I mean that in a compliment, too, because there is such high expectations for this team and this offense, and there's so many talented players out there. They just didn't come out nearly as sharp in the first half and got away with it, too. They're up 15-0.
Right. First game for a lot of guys, first game jitters, the whole bit. So, maybe a little bit of luck of the draw this time that they got the right team in the right place.
Yes, right. You're glad you're not playing Southwestern week 1, that's for sure. Which would be terrible scheduling anyway if they did that, but it has happened. You got a team in Gowanda that's down in numbers and so on, and they're out muscled, they're out faster than Gowanda, slower than Fredonia, and not nearly as talented, so it's helping them settle in and getting away with some of these growing pains of so many new players.
So the one thing about this, it was a pretty easy half to stat up on Fredonia. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting.
As you're telling it up, Greg, I gotta show. I'll show this. I'm gonna try it tomorrow during the JV game. But I got this new app that does all the stats and tallies and everything for you.
Wow.
And you just drag like this icon to where the ball's going, run, and it tallies everything up right there. I haven't used it yet, but I'm looking forward to trying it out. That brings up the JV squad has a home opener tomorrow too. Again, we're not playing Gowanda. Gowanda didn't have enough kids, but we were lucky enough to gain Akron, who I think is available to play because Silver Creek, Forestville didn't have enough kids to play their JV game. So luckily enough, for
somebody was thinking ahead,
Akron, this week, the last day or two, able to schedule that game. So the JV squad will be here in the Orange Bowl 10 a.m. tomorrow. Come check them out. And again, you're going to see a lot of the same thing. Ethan Fry can throw the ball, and they got a lot of receivers that can run in a real big JV line this year. They got 2 sophomores up starting an offensive, defensive line, and we still have a pretty big JV line. So I'm excited for that. 2 of my sons are playing, so that's probably a little bit bigger reason why I'm excited for it.
Well, and it helps, should be, Papa.
That's right. So did you get your stats tallied up?
I've got Fredonia's. I've definitely got Fredonia's. We'll start on the passing side. Nick Whitfield is 4 for 12 with 2 interceptions for 88 yards.
And
of
2
course,
rushing touchdowns.
he's running the ball. He ran the ball 8 times for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I was gonna say he's definitely by far got to be the leading rusher.
Yes, Gullo comes in with 4 carries for 16, and then other than that, it was the extra point for 2 with Helmer. So Gardner hasn't run the ball, which I expected to see a little bit. Now he has caught some. He has 1 catch for 20.
And 2. Do we miss one? I think he caught one early on, too.
Unless I've got a number missed. He could have had, maybe he's got that because I'm looking at that as an orphan, and maybe it was the call.
Yeah,
so that's got to be.
I remember I had 1 early and then 1 late down here.
So then he's 2 for 41.
Yes.
And Oh, I see what I did. That's the wrong. Okay, I'm doing it by quarter. So yes, he's 2 for 41, and Skinner is 2 for 47.
And Skinner had those early. And Gardner's been targeted a lot. Putney was targeted once. I think Lansky was. They are trying to spread the ball around a little bit, and they're going to start connecting a lot of those throws.
I mean, I think one of the tells is Gowanda Pine Valley has 2 first downs the entire half. I'm getting their yards together, but they had the 75 that first one. They kind of, whoa, who's this guy? And then in the second quarter they had one. That was. Let's see, where'd they get it in the first quarter? Penalty doesn't count. There it is. Yes, when 75 had 11 yards on 2 carries.
Yeah, right.
And that was it.
And they surprised Fredonia a little bit with that. And their other one, I believe, was it number 11? Am I saying that right? They had that came in with the Delaware wing there, and 2 of those quick pitches and picking a hole, and had 2 good plays in a row and got their other first down.
They only had 14 yards in the first quarter.
Never heard anything on that. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that's about it. So basically, any yards they got was really just because Fredonia was like, wait, what's this? Because there's no film, no preparation. And Fredonia figured it out pretty quick and took away those plays. So, if you're on the other side of your Gowanda, you can't be too upset. You probably expect it to be down by a little bit more by now. Defensively, they played pretty well. They had a couple coverage sacks, and Golden is doing great out there, flying around the field, putting all sorts of pressure on them. And overall, the coverage has been pretty good by Gowanda against great Fredonia athletes.
So, we've got, let's see, Gowanda Pine Valley has 30 yards on the ground, 0 for 2 for 0 yards, obviously, in the air. So, abysmal offense. I mean, Fredonia defense, very strong if we're looking at it from the positive side.
Yes.
That's, boy, how many times? 30 yards in the first half. Total yardage. So I guess defensive coaches are happy with the performance, although they're probably not too happy either. Nobody's happy with this thing.
Right. Exactly. All right, I think maybe take a little break here, Greg, and then we'll come back. For
anything you need, brother.
Start.
Anything you need. I'm ready to. We're here.
All right.
7:46. We'll be back in about 3-4 minutes and get ready for the second half.
All right.
Jam.
Congratulations.
On? Oh, yeah. Crazy, huh? I know. Well, we were laughing. Come on, Mal. I mean, 2 sets of twins in 18 months, and now you gotta be a one-upper. It's hilarious. You're laughing about it. Somebody turned to me the other day and said, "Can you imagine having 4 babies?" And I said, "Kind of. Not quite 4 at once, but kind of." But oh my God, and she went from 0 to big in like 10 days. Like I saw her, and I said, "You don't even look pregnant."
Molly?
Yeah.
Okay, I was.
Oh, you're talking about the I thought you were going for. Molly is pregnant with quads. That's what I thought you were talking about.
I didn't know that.
Oh my God, yes. Oh yeah.
God bless
Oh,
her.
thank you for both. Yeah, for Mike. That's wonderful. Thank you. I know. Oh yeah, when you did this, I guess I didn't realize that was a ring finger, but that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, it's funny too because people have been saying to me, congratulations, and I have to say, on what? Because I've got a, on what? And they look at me like I'm an idiot because they know what they're congratulating, But she, she's, well, or at least it's that time of year. That's, she's due mid-February, we're hoping to get her to mid-December. She's like 18 weeks right now.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
pretty strong, pretty viable.
Okay.
Everything seems great. Yeah.
We got a couple minutes.
Early on, it's always but no, everybody they're all hearts are beating and yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
So
real easy. This stops
I don't know.
and starts the scoreboard. You see the number?
They stop, I stop.
Yeah. If you got to make a change, are you looking? You got to make a change. You just change it here. You go here. You go up
two
or
sets
down.
of twins wasn't
Hit
enough
set.
for her. She was going to do it all at
Okay.
once.
You just hit set to change the time. Update. Okay. Anytime you change this, like right now, it'll be 1st and 10. Hit update.
Yeah. Silly.
1st and 10. You're all right.
But it's wonderful. It's incredible. So we're back. It looks like there's about 30 seconds, although the teams haven't quite gathered yet. I'm not sure. They got another 3 minutes or so. So 3, yep. So you in any fantasy football leagues?
Are you on?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
You're on live right now?
Yeah, oh yeah. We got to tell come on. So I listen to all these, fantasy show after fantasy show. We can do. I feel like I'm in 3, and a couple of other. I do a little FanDuel and this kind of stuff, and so I feel like I listen to these guys on. It's funny. After yesterday's game, I went back today and looked at who they thought were going to be the hots for, and they missed it. They completely missed it.
No.
Although I did see, I think it was Barry. Adam Barry had said, "Don't play Rodgers this week. You're playing Chicago, even though he's a stud. Don't play him." And he looked awful, didn't he?
Yeah. Well,
awful's a little stretch, but he didn't look good.
Awful in Rodgers standards. Yeah.
Yes.
The Bears
yes.
defense, the pressure was. I mean, literally, there was that one big play in the fake reverse.
Yep.
They got a touchdown out of, and they got their field goal out of an extra long pass interference play, and that was it. That was the offense pretty much the whole game. So yeah, I'm doing a guillotine league this year. Greg,
I'm in one.
For the first time ever, and I'm pretty excited about it. My 2 sons are in it with me. There's 13 teams. And
now, don't you need 17 to make
well,
it?
it just ends after.
I gotcha.
Once you're down to the last one, so at the 13th week, it'll be over.
Right.
Which is a little probably some.
Well, the only thing you don't have to worry about.
Week 1 too.
Right. Yeah.
But that's kind of interesting. And then I'm doing the old Black Knight Fantasy Football Teacher League that I started 15 years ago. I'm still in that. I'm in a dynasty league for the 2nd year in a row.
See, I'm not in any dynasty, and I'd love to. I think that's the
last year
that's
was
the
first
action.
time I did it with the auction draft and the keepers and who you're keeping and your salary.
Now,
cap.
isn't dynasty keeping everybody?
You don't have to keep
whoever.
everyone.
Whoever you want to keep.
Yes, but there's a
yeah.
salary cap. So
Right.
the way we did it, if you kept anyone, it added $6.6 to what you paid for them.
Interesting.
And then you could keep them up to 3 years. That's the first year. So I had some tough choices. I won the league, but I had a lot of players I wanted to bring back. So I went to the draft, and I had no money to take anyone.
Yep.
So I literally waited to the end of the draft to pick my dollar players. So that was kind of boring. But, yeah, it definitely makes it exciting. And then I'm doing a league with the kids, which is accidental, but
the neat thing about the Guillotine League, and I'm already, hey, if I lose in the first week, I'm going to be fishing. Or if you lose in the first 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, hey, let's say there's 10 weeks left, 11 weeks left, you find yourself 10 guys, and you can redraft a Guillotine League and start all over.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the neat thing about it.
Well, if we're both out or get started doing, I'm in, because it's definitely fun to do. But then, and a couple dads have talked to me about this. They have young boys. How do I get my kid interested? And honestly, going back to it, when my boys first started playing JV football, the little midget, none of the kids knew anything about football. And I'm like, that's it. We're doing a kid fantasy football league. So they've been doing this almost 10 years now. And it's a lot of the same kids, but now, they all watch football, which they never did before doing that. And it's interesting to them. And so I'd recommend any dad that wants to get their kid into football with them or daughter, doesn't matter. It's a great way to make them more interested in the game.
Yeah, my boys, it's, when they about 12, they started picking my teams for me and helping me with it.
So these boys
now they
were
run
8
it and
and
go.
9 when we started. Because they, you tell them to go line up as tackle, and they had no idea what you meant. They didn't know the game at all.
The NFL has got, if the NFL should just, somehow continue to promote fantasy. It's almost like they should figure out how to make sure that the stars don't get to sit and the things like that, because I'll tell you what, there's games I could care less.
Yeah.
But I got this wide receiver playing.
Right. Or I'm playing against that running back.
Right. So I'm going to tune in just enough and watch it and pay attention. And,
The other sports really need to pick up on it. Because fantasy football is huge. Fantasy hockey, fantasy baseball, even fantasy
big
basketball.
difference, though, because
it's so long and so many games.
In 1 week, all I got to do is set my lineup, make my decisions, and go. You could still obsess a little bit. But, boy, I've been in a few of the other sports, and you gotta pay attention.
And it's so long. You could do it 3/4 of the year, and then you stop the last month, and you lose.
Yeah.
Or if you're on vacation a couple weeks in the summer, you don't pay attention to your team. It's tough. It is. But they need
baseball
to figure
in
out
particular.
a way
Holy crow.
to do little mini seasons or something.
Yes.
Kathy Peters, you're over here.
Oh, the Fredonia football fundraiser. They sold you probably saw the boys out around town, the Farm Festival, Walmart, all over, selling their raffle tickets, helping to raise money. And I will say the Sherlock and the coaching staff have done a phenomenal job in the school. And Mr. Lau really stepped up in
Time out. You can't.
the
You know, you're
and so on.
You're
You're
telling the wrong guy. I'm embarrassed. I didn't bring that out this summer. We the Laurel Run, the Resource Center does the dollar newspapers every year, and I'm involved, and I reached out to Coach Lauer, and sure enough, we had the basketball guys. It was wonderful. The basketball guys were downtown. The football guys were down over on the Vineyard Drive. Had a little friendly competition going, and it was.
Oh, here's the opening kickoff. We'll get back. Oh, flag. Must have been, I don't think
before
they were
the whistle.
ready. Yeah. But yeah, they really have done a great job getting these kids out in the community and supporting the community and doing cleanup days and really the whole athletic department. It's not just the guys, the girls too, and girls teams and the baseball team as well have been highly involved in that. So it is really nice to see as a member of the community and a parent that wants my kid to be a part of those things and appreciative of their community.
Involved kids become involved adults.
Yep.
Service to the community is so important, and we see so much less of it. I look at all the service organizations are down and hurting. Here we go.
Yep. Oh, dropped the kickoff. They're going to call him down. I don't know if he had control of the ball. Gardner fumbled, dropped that line drive kick, and they were fighting over the ball, trying to scoop it up.
I think it was actually Krizanovich, wasn't it? The 22.
Gardner was the up guy that
gotcha. And then
that dropped it, and Grisnevich was there to help pick him up too. And they must have touched it while their knee was touching the ball, or they were touching the ball.
Right.
And their knee was down. The official ruled they had
possession.
Either way, no turnover.
Best special team for Gowanda Pine Valley so far.
Absolutely. And they're fortunate that Gardner didn't come up with that cleanly because he's a tough guy to bring down in the open field. There we go. Let's see what happens here. There's got to be some halftime adjustments and conversations and catch your breath. See how the Fredonia offense looks on this first possession.
I'd like to see Fredonia throw a little more of the intermediate pass, 8-10 yards. Let these athletes run with the ball.
Right.
Whitfield zips it so nicely.
And that'll gain some confidence for the quarterback, too, getting some completions. Here we go. And we're starting out with a run play, too, which is going to help gain. We got, I bet, looks in holding territory there. But Dom Gullo on the nice carry, his longest carry of the game.
It's a hold thrown
But
right.
it is a hold. Looks like a hold on that left side. Not sure who it was, but that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot and really get Fredonia behind the chains here.
That is a spot foul, isn't it? And that's got to be about a 13-yard penalty then.
Depending on where he was, it's 10 yards from the spot. Absolutely. We'll see.
Oh, no, it looks like he threw it right at the line of scrimmage.
It could be.
If that's the spot. Yeah.
If they're counted off. And that's too bad because that was a nice run. The line on the left side, maybe because of the hold, I didn't see it. But there was a nice lot of room out there for Dom to run.
So it ends up being an 11-yard penalty.
Yeah. At least 10. First and about 20 according to scoreboard. I can't tell for sure. So now they're probably coming out throwing here.
Although they are way down on that end.
Yeah, you're
Two
right.
interceptions in the
So
pocket.
unless it's a QB draw, they're definitely throwing because they got an empty
backfield.
Trips right, Twins left. Whitfield all by himself. In shotgun once again. Where he's
got room, yeah.
And there's your quick.
Ooh!
Oh, my. And there was your quick pass you talked about. That's number 14, Ethan Fort, who read
44.
that.
I think was it 14?
It was
Yep,
14
it was.
that
You're right.
deflected that ball.
Boy, that hit him in the face.
Yeah, I got on him a little quicker than he expected. He read the pattern well. I don't know if he ever even saw the pass, though.
Right.
So that's 2nd and 20. It was intended. Whitfield's intended receiver was Dalton Gardner once again.
Boy, oh boy, he got lucky on that one.
Yeah, that could have been a pick six real easy if he came up with that clean.
2nd down and 20.
Now you might see a run play here. That same play they started out the half with. There's motion to the left with Skinner, and there it is.
Oh,
there's
it's on
a
the floor.
fumble. Man, this has been a sloppy game by both offenses, that's for sure. I do like that play call there. You got Skinner out there leading with a fast receiver. The defense is all spread out. Get some of that, getting maybe 3rd and 10 even on that. Would have been a lot easier than 3rd and 20 now. That's unfortunate. Fortunately,
now
they
do you-
recovered, though. That's,
Right. So now do you take the chance on the interception? Do you run the ball in and just punt it out and, see what you can get?
Or maybe you throw it up deep to Putney on the fly and it's intercepted. He's just like a punt anyway, And who knows with Putney's definitely taller over on that
Both
left
sides,
side
yeah.
than number 7. And you got Jacob Skinner in double coverage over here. But they're looks like they might have been going for a short screen.
He
but
fumbled it.
It looks like the ball did come out. Okay, Whitfield is getting up. Looked like it might be hurt for a second there.
Wow, that's another loss.
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah, I can. It sounds like a helicopter.
Yeah.
You got to that helicopter. You got to overtaken the overhead shot. It's a little noise from that.
Yeah.
4th down and forever for the Hill.
So yeah, that's another 6. What are they? The
All
12.
right, the punt team, there's Christie punting out of his own end zone. So that is not the start that
Got a
the
nice punt in a
Hillbilly
row, though.
offense,
Alex Christie's
Yeah, that's a nice punt. No return. Down by, let's see. Is that Joe Gullo? That was Joe Gullo, number 20, hustling down, downing the ball. There's number 10, Jacob Willie, an 8th grade midget football player. Had an interception in their big first win over Dunkirk in their season opener last week.
So that was a 32-yard punt.
Yeah, and this is Gowanda's by far their best field position of the day. They're starting on Fredonia's 45-yard line. If they could muster up anything here and get a score, the game gets real interesting fast. And they're coming out in that double tight end, double wing, big number 75 behind the quarterback. Fredonia's got all 10 guys minus the safety in the box. Shift, and there's their little pitch to number 10, and he gets positive yardages. Gain's probably going to be about 3 or 4 yards here.
Number 3 back, nice lead block by the quarterback, back in.
This old school football. Number 10, there is officials blowing the whistle here. I'm not sure why. Ooh,
Injury.
That's number 44 coming up late.
He looks like he's in some pain.
Yes, he does. That's Nolan Smith, the junior running back linebacker.
One of their bigger fellas, too.
2nd down and 6 for the Panthers.
That was Gavin Phillips on the carry. Gain of 4. Helicopters back here a little bit. I did see about 6 helicopters flying over Fredonia today.
Injury timeout on the field.
At the same time?
Yeah, it was like I don't know if it's
Some
probably
kind of military
training,
formation? Yeah.
It's, you're sitting there. I was driving back from Mayville, and I'm just thinking, can you imagine living in a country where that's the norm, or you'd have to fear that, or
no kidding.
It's pretty insane to think about those things, and I don't know why I thought of that seeing it, but.
First world problems. That's been my thing lately. Anytime something really goes wrong, that in our life when it goes wrong, it's not. It's a first world problem.
Yeah.
I got that line of it. Jeff Wentz said that, and I've been using it because he's right. I don't have to carry the water from the river.
Yeah.
There's not a junta going on. You talk about, you can say what you want about the government today, whether it's crazy, wacky, whether it's, but it's still solid as a rock compared to,
Right. Right.
Colombia. Jesus, there, or somewhere.
Yeah, no, we're pretty fortunate in this country, even though we all have problems or anything. Compared to the rest of the world, we're pretty fortunate to live where we do, and even the hurricane weather. I can't imagine people are going through Florida with the fear, and then it hitting more North Carolina, not to mention the Bahamas.
Boy, they got crushed, huh?
You lose everything. I'll take snow all day long. I don't care what anyone says. You turn the fireplace on and buckle down, have a couple
Drive slow.
sodas, and relax, All right. So hopefully the Gowanda player, that's number 44, that limped off. Nolan Smith's okay. We'll keep an eye on.
Still no pressure on it, but yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot of pain. He tried to get off the field and he couldn't on his own. So we'll bring up 2nd down and about 6. It's a long 6 if the chain box over there is right, but all right, back to that same formation, 75 in the backfield.
He hasn't got the ball lately, 75. He hasn't got it since he had those first few runs.
Well, there he is.
Yep.
He called for it, he got it. But
Gain
I
it.
will say, look at the push on the Gowanda offensive line for being smaller.
Keeping their feet going.
Yeah, they're getting off the ball quick, and they are getting a little bit of push up the middle. Again, the Fredonia, you can't the experience and defensive players on that line that we lost from last year.
Oh yeah,
it is a real concern. We just moved up the sophomore there, Izzy.
3rd and 5.
2 down territory, especially the way the punting is going, I
Yeah.
would think, unless it's a big negative play. Motion to the left this time, pitch to the motion man, quarterback, Jacob Skinner's had enough for that little pitch play, and he was in the backfield and tackled for a loss, so now it's 4th and long.
Yeah, it's still, manageable.
Especially I would think you're going to go for it here.
Right.
Especially like you said, we're getting net gain of 12 yards on a punt. Why
That's a good one.
bother? Yeah.
Now we had over 2 throwing the ball in the one pass a quarter. They could throw their pass.
They're due for one, right?
They could throw their pass for the quarter.
And Fredonia is definitely not fearing that pass.
Oh my gosh, they got 7 yards as the deepest guy.
Pitch, reverse
Double
here,
reverse.
Coleman. They got
There
a
you
little
go.
room, and he's going to get the first
Yep.
down.
Double reverse fooled them.
Yeah, now that's at least the 3rd time they tried the play. First time fumble. Second time Fredonia defense sniffed it out pretty well. This time they got caught and gave up a big first down on 4th and 8. And now Gowanda's getting closer and closer to that scoring territory. Izzy Martinez coming on. Like I said, that trying to replace the seniors that graduated last year. You got a sophomore starting his first game at nose, and that's got to be adjustment for him in there with the speed and strength of these older kids. Back to the Delaware double wing 75 fullback in there, motion pitch to 10, and a short gain here, but they're.
All of a sudden, they're chewing clock and got a little momentum going. Fredonia's got to be kind of, now you're tapping your foot saying, uh-oh.
Yeah. The coaching staff's grinding their teeth here.
Yep. Gain of 3 we're going to give them? I don't know. Yeah.
You gain a 3, but 4 times 3 is 12. You do that,
Yep.
It's 4 down territory. It's just a frustrating offense to coach and play against. It's not sexy. There's nothing pretty about it, but you get 3-4 yards of carry, you never have to punt.
Boy,
Same formation, motion once again. This time the up back, number 75.
Big man.
Ball's
loose.
That's Dom Gullo stripping it out.
That's Fredonia's ball.
And Fredonia gated. That's a great play by the junior, Dom Gullo.
Yep.
Second guy in, rips the ball loose. Forcing a big turnover for the Hillbillies.
Boy, just when they started to have a little momentum, they got a first down. They got a little something going, and that
was
just
going to be gained another 3-4 yards if that turnover didn't happen. So that's a huge. And he was trying to strip that ball out. There was no accident there. That's a great job.
So they'll be 1st and 10 on the 29. We're going to call it. Yep, 28 maybe 29.
This is probably Fredonia's worst starting field position of the day, too. It's got to be close. Let's see if they come out anything. I'm not guessing they will here, but now might be a time to let's do us under center or a little power.
Right.
Change it up. At least for a couple plays.
They've obviously committed to this because I'll tell you, I got to believe you go to the power offense and they could just pound it down these throats. Now look at that gap in the middle. I don't know if 10's running a spy on Whitfield, but boy, he could draw.
Yeah, you're right.
Little counter, didn't go anywhere. Lost.
That wasn't smooth. They faked the one guy back and the motion and coming back the other way, which is not a terrible play call. It's just the timing wasn't there. In those type of plays, you got to have the timing down on the hit. And Gowanda's defense did a great job sniffing out and tackle for a loss.
4.
2nd and 14. Okay, and you're right that, you got 3 guys over here doubling. Well, there's trips over here, and they're trying to double Skinner high. So you would think that that third receiver would be open on the right side. And he might have been, but the pressure was there once again. And Whitfield does a nice job picking up a block. Oh, they're going to call the holding there, and I don't like that call. I don't like it at all.
That's a terrible call. If that's on the guy that I think they're going to call it on, I mean, he was locked up with him, and he didn't hold, when they disengaged, he released.
Yeah, and his hands were in on the chest.
Right.
I don't like that call at all. I think whoever that was did a nice job. Turned, found a guy, made a nice block, and where Whitfield could have had a first down, and they're going to call holding.
Yeah, I think that was a
and it is what we saw, because that's right where the flag is. That's where they're going to march it off. So, coach, as you watch this, don't get too hard on him, because I think that was a nice block.
Yeah. Back in, right? It gone.
I have it still.
Oh.
After the penalty, it'd be second down and 19 for the Hillbillies. Ball's on their own 20.
Sorry.
Yep.
It's in yours. Sorry.
Got some room. Oh, boy, he stumbled a little, but he's got room.
Dalton Gardner on the carry, fighting for every last yard there, and did a real nice job staying on his feet early. Sorry, we were adjusting the headsets a little bit. But Dalton Gardner came around that corner. Oh, no, there's another flag on the play. And that'll kill you. I mean, but again, I'll go back to Dalton Gardner on there. When he came around that corner and was able to stay on his feet there, it was a great job of showing how much strong those legs really are, athletic ability he has.
Made a very nice move. Made a very nice move on the cutback through.
Yes. Let's see what the flag is here. Again, usually something like that. I'm still not sure. Okay, holding on the offense again. Now, that's a spot foul, so I think that one was downfield a little bit. They may actually gain 5 yards on the play, but still it was an 18 to 20-yard
Gain
run
of 6,
there.
yeah.
So, Gowanda will take it, that's for sure. So it's second down and about 15 now after the penalty against Fredonia. Again, those holding penalties are spot fouls, so when it was downfield there, that's why they actually gained 5 yards on the play. It's again going back to the run play here. Skinner lead blocker, Gardner on the carry, and that's a nice gain. They get about 5-6 yards on the play. And if they're going to do this wide open offense, they're going to have to be able to run the ball just like that as well, and to keep the defense honest. The passing game is going to open up the running game, then the running game will open up the passing game. And they could be a real successful offense there. And you didn't see much of that in the scrimmage, and obviously we haven't seen much of it so far as success in running the ball until the last couple plays.
So we got 3rd and 5, right? Or no, 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 because of the penalty. Yep, we fought our way back. Yep.
It's been a strange possession once again.
On the 30.
Whitfield shotgun, twins each side, fakes to nobody.
Look out. But he couldn't be anywhere
two
open.
wide open guys. Gardner with a nice
First down.
block, and Gullo makes
First
a catch
down.
and gets the run after catch. What do you call that? The yards after catch.
Yak.
The yak. I was going to say rack, but it's yak. Yards after catch to get the first down. And there was a key block by Gardner, getting the guy off of Gullo and freeing him, and Gullo did a nice hard run to get the first down.
And boy, Whitfield took a good shot right there on that pass, but hung in there long enough to get it off.
And he had Gullo and Gardner wide open for a while. You could hear the guys right
Yeah,
here, pointing to him, and he ended up finding him getting the first down.
So we're on the 42 now.
Yeah, and let's see if they go back to the run now that they're even with the chains. 1st and 10. They had some success before the holding, even after the holding penalties. See if they try to get another one like that. Skinner's lead to the right, and are they going to follow him? They are.
Sure.
Gardner right behind Skinner. A little too much dancing there. He could have probably got 3 or 4 yards on the play. Went for the big play the outside, and it didn't work out that time. there was 4 yards at least there if he just followed Skinner and took the yardage. But Gullo and Gardner, they're not power backs. They're scat backs. They're strong for their size, but they're looking for that cut in those big plays, and that's what you're going to get sometimes. High risk, high reward. But I bet that'll be pointed out in film.
Oh, yeah.
45-yard line. Fredonia,
But second down and 8 here. Twins each side. Motion to the left this time. And back to the run. There's Gardner again.
Boy, that was making a lot out of nothing right there.
Oh, I think he was real down.
Yeah, he was way down.
Yep. Ball came out. And again, he got away with it that time, but he gave up yardage, just went back, but then he got it back going forward. That's just a slash like the Tariq Cohen, if you watched the Bears game last night. That's Dalton Gardner. He's out there. He's catching balls. He's running the ball.
3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 and what probably not 4-down territory if it's what we've seen before, but
I think it would be, especially with
the way the defense is played.
Yes, exactly. And if you're Fredonia, you want to get this offensive going and get some momentum and kind of put the nail in the coffin per se. So if it's 4th and short, I would go for it. Okay, we got
too much time.
Delay of game. That's again, sophomore quarterback, and Coach Douglas here is not liking that. He said there wasn't a warning. He didn't start counting down, and here comes another flag over on the other sideline now. Are they giving him a get off the field warning maybe? So we have a delay of game flag. And on the Gowanda sideline,
what is the?
There's a penalty here.
I wonder if that's a penalty or did he just throw the flag?
It might be a warning. Sometimes they do that. They give them a warning the first time when the coach is coming on the field, yelling out plays. And if you ever coached before, you have no idea how easy that is to do. I used to get
Next
yelled
thing
at
you know,
all
you're
the time.
you're at the hash marks.
And you look down, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was here. Then again, so now it's 3rd and
7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. It was a bench warning for coaches coming out in the field a little bit. So they gave him, next time that will be a penalty if it happens again. A lot of action going on in that for no play. So now that, what are they going to do here? It's 3rd and 7, still manageable. It's a lot different than 3rd and 2. Okay, you got
and they're on the other. Now they're on the other side of the 50.
This time it's the big foul. Oh, nice open field tech. That's number 52, Eric Furlett. And when Skinner took that ball, I thought there was no way he was not getting the first down. But Furlett went low and upended Skinner.
Are they going to measure?
And let's see. Are they?
They're going to bring it in because I'll tell you right now. Gosh, as I look, let's see. We're in between the. We're dead center. I think it's going to be short by 6 inches.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. We're not dead on to look straight across the field. We're at an angle here.
I'm just using. And by the way, this is the most inexact science. It always drives me nuts. This guy grabs the chain. He kind of puts his foot down. He runs over.
Put a marker
now
on
they start dragging it. Right.
How right was it before?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it by
6. Yep, got it by 6. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'll go back to that tackle. If he and that was the only way he could have brought Skinner down too, because if he went high, Skinner would have ran him over and left footprints on his chest. But he did a great job, went low, and took advantage of Skinner's size in that sense. First down, first time we've seen Skinner carry it. All game. So there are other tricks in the bag, I would say, that Fredonia isn't rushing to show in their offense and their future opponents and in the scrimmage.
Wide open.
That was one of them.
Empty backfield.
Trips left, Twins right. Oh, no. It's going to be another false start. That's A.J. St. George, senior guard.
He knew the second it happened.
And there's no hiding. It's such a lonely feeling. Any of us play football, you've done it. And, being a receiver and sprinting down the field 10 yards and no one else is moving. You're like,
Yeah.
there's no hiding with that one. But it's another mistake. And there's been too many.
Yes.
First and 15, say same formation, empty backfield, trips
Or
left.
no, it's got to be the second.
No, it's first and 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, time is good. There he's got him. Nice.
Gardner's open. Oh, breaks a tackle. And he is so tough after the catch, the yak yardage once again.
Nice. I'll tell you, they did a nice job. It's something they're going to learn. I think the coaches are going to catch up. You know, Skinner ran that deep wheel or the deep circle, and he had so much attention with him.
Oh, yeah.
Gardner's 8 yards under him and just wide open.
And Gardner's a heck of a secondary option.
Yeah.
You know, that's no joke.
Gain of 15,
either.
it looks
Right.
like. Yep, gain of 15.
All right, here we go. Same formation. Gardner and Skinner to the right. Whitfield, empty backfield at the quarterback position. Joe Gullo snapping once again. Those snaps right on. And
It's picked off.
Off of Gardner's hand. It was
Not-
a little behind him, but if you're going to ask Dalton Gardner, he's going to call that as his bad. Oh, he's holding his hand. I wonder if he hurt his finger when the ball hit his hand.
I think he ended on the tackle. I saw him
maybe.
recoil after the.
Yeah. And there's not a tougher
He's a
kid on
wrestler.
that
I was going to
field.
say
Yeah.
he's going down. Yeah.
Pop it back in, coach. But
That's-
hopefully that can be a lingering issue, especially for a receiving threat like Gardner. It's not easy to catch the ball when your fingers are all smashed up.
That's our third interception of the day. That one's hard to, it was a little bit behind him.
But that's,
you hate to give him, but actually a very nice interception by, was it 23, I think, Connor?
Yeah, you're right. I was looking at Gardner. I think it was Connor Bento.
Yeah, he picked that thing off his shoestrings. But
Yeah.
boy, oh boy, the best drive of the day for Fredonia just ended.
Some confusion here on Fredonia defense. They had too many men on the field and forced them to call a timeout. A lot of first
That was
game
a
cobwebs.
13 play drive, chewed up a ton of time on the clock.
And they ran the ball more than they have the
Yep.
entire first half combined, entire game combined, really, besides QB scrambles.
2 passes. They threw 2 balls that drive.
And I didn't get any 50-50 today, Greg. Did you?
No, of course.
No, because you were a little late, so you had
yeah.
time.
I was right on time.
Yeah, for a 7:30 start, you sure were. Again, it's first game. It's our pregame jitters
Yep.
here. It's not easy. You walk back in and you're like, oh, wait, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna talk? You know, like.
Yes, I say we redraw right now.
Yeah. Wait, let us go buy tickets.
Right.
Draw one of those, and then they can redraw.
The old Palmer.
Yeah. The good news is Gawanda's pinned deep into on their own territory. Fredonia defense has played very well today. But you really would have liked to convert on that drive.
No, I just heard it's so. If I'll get back to this after this play.
Back to the double wing offense here. Motion, give it to the up back. Fake the double reverse there. A lot of little movements here and not much there.
If I'm not mistaken, Gawanda's the Panthers, and Pine Valley's the Panthers.
They're definitely called the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers now. So
I think that was an easy one.
Yeah, right. You're right. Was it Pine Valley Panthers? Very well could be.
I'm
and
pretty darn sure.
Yeah, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Fredonia still winning 15-0 over Gowanda Pine Valley. And no scoring in that quarter. Again, we said it earlier, hasn't been the cleanest game by any means. Gawanda's doing their best to hang on into this game and causing some turnovers to do it.
I mean, they got to be real excited right now. Down 15-0 going into the fourth. The way the game has gone, that gives them a fighting chance, and at least their head's in the game.
Right. And the defensive coordinator going to Pine Valley has to be very pleased so far, forcing the turnovers that they have. And big turnover. All 3 of the interceptions. And again, the third one, I wouldn't say it was a quarterback fault there. The first 2 definitely were inside the red zone. 2 of them right at the goal line, and that one was inside the red zone also. So, they're bending but not breaking the Gowanda defense here. And Fredonia's beating themselves, too, in a lot of ways.
Interestingly enough, Fredonia was, although they only threw the ball twice, they completed them both. So they were 2 for 2 until the interception. So I guess 2 for 3.
Yep.
The winner of the 50-50 drawing got $66. And thanks to the rest of you, keep on playing.
The other 100 and
Yeah, that's a low pot
20,
for an
yeah,
opening game.
I would think so.
$66. Yeah, that's
no
not,
wonder we didn't buy them. We got to
Yeah,
get some
exactly.
sales. You know, we got to work that out.
Yeah, we only win the big ones.
Now they also had in that 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties in that drive. That
Yeah.
really
And they overcame all those. They
two
gained a lot of
holdings
yards, really, if you think about it, in that drive to not score.
yeah.
Second down and 8 for the Panthers. Ball is on their own 15-yard line.
Back to wing team motion.
That
Quarterback
power sweep
pitches
that they
and
run.
leads, yeah, and not a lot there.
You know you're going old school when you got your quarterback as your lead blocker because he pitches backwards and goes. You know, I mean, yeah.
I do want to give a quick shout out to another Fredonia alumni. Nick Johnson's on the sidelines helping out with the special teams. Nick Johnson just graduated from the Rutgers, and he was on the football team last year as a punter and a Division I program. Yeah, real nice framed jersey and everything. Great experience.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Yeah.
He's going to be gone in a few weeks. He got a job down, I don't know, Washington area, North Carolina, somewhere out there. Real excited about it. Nick, former neighbor of mine, great kid, and nice to give. He said, I got to give back a little bit to the community while I'm still here. And him and his dad are on the sidelines. And Steve Johnson, retired teacher, too. And so that's a great experience for both of them. We had a pro formation that time. And, again, not a lot there by Gowanda. Fredos are mixing in some substitutes, too. Oh, sorry, that's punt team coming on. So, yeah, it's 4th down, 4th and about 4. Punt team's coming on. You got, let's see who's back. Grizinevich and Gullo, Joe Gullo, back deep. And if I know Grayson, he's praying they kick the ball to him. He loves to return the punts. Motion to the right, high snap. And this
There's
time
the best punt of the day.
be return. Joe Gullo catches it and is going to get a
on
return.
the 45, and he's got room.
A lot of room. He's got one blocker. Oh, Joe, if you had just
I
let
know.
Grayson
He just
get
said,
ahead
I'm
of
running you over it.
Yeah. Grayson was doing everything he could to get in front of him, but if he just waited for that blocker a half a second more and come back, that would have been a touchdown. But great job by Joe Gullo.
30-yard return.
Yeah. And that punt return team did a great job sealing the left sideline. There was, I think it was the punter, the only one that was left there to make the tackle. Now, Fredonia here really, first possession, 4th quarter.
They want to put it away right now,
they need to punch this one in. I'm willing to bet they come out here running. You know, they had a little success in the 3rd quarter running the ball. And let's pound it in, give it to Gardner or Gullo.
Although 2 for 2 on that drive. I mean, although they've had a trouble blocking the ball, the blocking at the line of scrimmage. That's on the offensive, the pass protection.
Okay, Dom Gullo's in the backfield this time. Grizinevich and Putney to the left. Whitfield in shotgun and fake the run. I was wrong. Looking, he's under pressure. Avoids one and a wide open. And that is Tyler Putney with his first career catch.
There you go.
And it's a touchdown. And the crowd, the student section goes wild. You got the confetti flying in the air. But that's a good job by the sophomore there. Scrambled, avoided the pressure, kept his composure. Putney was wide open, but he found him and got him the ball.
And that was a scramble. The coverage broke down. I mean, you can only cover a guy for so long.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And so, Whitfield did a nice job avoiding the rush and giving Putney time to find that open space, causing a breakdown in the defense, and converted. Alex Schrader in on the extra point attempt, and that one is no good. Hooked it a little bit to the left. So the score will remain Fredonia 21, Gowanda Pine Valley 0, 4:56 remaining in the, 9:56. Sorry, scoreboard's a little off. 9:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Not our scoreboard. The amazing Fredonia
Clock.
Bowl.
Yeah, the clock's
Lights
right.
that
It's the
can't-
bulbs that are screwed up.
Exactly. It really is. You got all these kids working so hard, spend so much time in the off season, and we need to do better as a community. So kicking off for the Hillbillies will be number 14, Alex Schrader. Mentioned some other names on the kickoff team. We haven't got those. Carson Coosdale is number 1 in his class, from my understanding. Senior football player down here on the left side. Schrader once again fighting that sideline.
Well, that's the same kick on the same spot. Yeah.
Once again, the Fredonia Hillbillies would like to thank Dave Winchell and Super Duper Catering for providing.
And those are things that's got to get cleaned up. In a big game against a better opponent.
Field position is going to matter
Absolutely.
huge.
A lot of the penalties, the missed kicks, the drop balls, overthrown balls, missed blocks. Those things got to get cleaned up here, and they will.
Penalties. I mean, I'm going to go through this as we start this off. I'll try to dig through, but there's quite a bit.
And Dalton's out of the game on defense down here. Coach
Could be
Furdy is
preventative.
Yeah. There's no reason to risk anything. Getting some ice out. Again, it'd take a lot more than a finger to keep Dalton out of a football game, but receiving definitely could become a factor if that's a lingering issue. All right, some others in the game. We have Jake Helmer, who's been in at corner, playing a good job. Obviously, no passes completed. Who else haven't we mentioned that's in the game right now? Jacob Thompson, who we've mentioned once or twice, over there, right outside linebacker, playing a 5-3 defensively. Pro formation. Give it to the up back on an old fullback dive. That's number 75. I don't know why they don't give him an eligible number.
Well, for all we know, he's a sophomore that they brought up, and they said, hey, this kid can go. He was probably, the biggest JV. He was knocking kids around, and they said, wow, we could use a guy like that,
Yeah, he's a junior, according to this sheet.
Oh, all right. Well, then, and who knows who got, their fullback sprained his ankle yesterday.
Right, it could be. You're absolutely right. But
I don't think they.
Remember, Stewart last year, the last couple of years, had two different sets of everything.
Right.
Whether he be changing shoulder pads, whether he's going in offensive line or fullback or tight end, and he got pretty good at it too.
Second down and 9.
Hey, back in that pro formation. And this time, give it to the tailback. That's number 7.
His first carry.
Yeah. And that's a nice open field tackle by the right corner there. Let me get a name on that because he definitely deserves. One thing I don't like about these uniforms, it's hard to get the numbers along any distance. Who is that? 20? Was that 23? That might have been Troy Lemusco. It didn't look like him, but if it was 23, it would have been Troy Lemusco. That was a great tackle if that was him. It was number 7, Daniel Flake, on the carry. Gain of about 3. Even though it's a Slavic game, the student section is definitely enjoying it here.
Great weather. It's a beautiful day for football.
There's number 7. Again, nothing there once again. That looks like a Skinner body.
Yeah, I think it was.
That made a tackle. Push him out of bounds for right around no gain on the play. And here comes the punt team. Let's see. Coming off over there. Yes, that was number 23, Troy Lamuska. It was a very nice open field tackle he had on second down. And if he doesn't make that tackle, it could have been a big game. So now we got Gullo and Grzanevich back on the return. They switch sides here. Grzanevich, who's the speedster, is on the wide side now. Skinner is about 15 yards down the field looking for fakes and those short punts. And we have a Gowanda timeout with
Is that their second? Did they call one
7:16
first or second? I don't
remaining.
think it matters much, but
No.
boy, oh boy. And I'm Gowanda called timeout.
Gowanda timeout, yeah. Nice.
Gowanda timeout on the field.
And as far as excitement,
This is if you thought last night's game was bad.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking it reminds me a little bit of the Bears-Packers game. Obviously, a lot more. Actually, both teams threw it a ton last night too.
Jeez,
What were the Bears thinking not running the ball more?
I hear you.
Their head coach called themselves out on it after the game. Why are we running the ball more?
All I know is I just did a quick total. Gowanda Pine Valley has 60 yards of total offense in the first 3 quarters.
And
All on the ground, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the definite plus is
If you can
Fredonia's
hold a guy to
defense
under
looks-
100, right? If you can
Yeah.
hold a team under 100.
Right. Fredonia's defense has looked very sound so far today. No doubt about it.
And discipline. I mean, I don't care how disparaging. And the score, 21, these teams aren't that far
Okay,
apart.
they're lined up under center
No
here.
big play. Oh, here we go. Good
There's
for them.
Off tackle, run the flag, and there again, nothing there. They gained maybe 2 yards on 4th and 7. So a turnover on downs. Trying to catch Fredonia's defense and special teams off guard maybe there, but it did not work.
Or maybe they just did a quick analytics and realized they were averaging about 6 yards a punt.
Yeah, what's
the difference?
All right, we definitely have a couple new names and faces out there. Coosdale's in on offense. I think that might be his first offensive snaps. It's Carson Kuza. Another timeout by Gowanda.
So as we
Alex Schrader's in on offense, and he's played some, but definitely not every down player. Again, reminder, there is a JV game home. Usually if Varsity's home, JV's away, but they are home because of the late Gowanda. They were supposed to be at Gowanda. That got canceled, but now they're home against Akron. Come check out the JV squad tomorrow morning.
So while we have a minute, we got to thank, Chip and Hannah Rewald. Hannah running the camera today in a pinch hit, doing a great job. And Chip, we love, even up to look at the little lights. That's a.
Yeah, you can see the red next to Gowanda. Wait, no, Fredonia has the ball now. Is that a possession thing with the Gowanda? Is that being red there, Chip?
There's our timeouts.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Timeouts, little yellow dashes.
Oh, that
red mark on the next to Gowanda. Does that mean anything, or does that just happen? Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
So yeah, this is to me this is a huge addition to the broadcast.
Hey, when are we gonna get slow mo? There you go.
Right.
I know that would be the
Look at this.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, even from as announcing, it would be hard to cue it up and look and
back
watch.
To the passing game.
Nice
Whitfield.
ball. Oh, Skinner
right
dropped a
through the
ball.
hand. If there is one,
take that. Write a note.
Yes. No,
Yeah, because I don't think we'll see too much of that. But
no, but he does have a tendency. If he is going to miss a ball, it's the easy one.
Yeah.
And that's in the one. He doesn't always catch the easy. Maybe loses concentration a little bit or whatever. He'll make the amazing catch, the contested catch. But if he is going to drop one, a lot of times it is that easy one. And
boy, he couldn't have been more wide open.
No. And he had momentum. He wouldn't have been easy to bring down.
Yeah, that
could
was
have
a
gone the
big
house.
gain.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
I always like to say, go back to them. They're not doubling them anymore. Oh, here comes a blitz.
Nice job by the line picking it
and
up.
They did go. Oh! Boy,
that is Gardner is back in the game. I want to point that out earlier. That was intended to him. That one, you almost maybe wanted to throw it higher and let him run underneath it instead of throwing the bullet there. But another incompletion, 3rd down and 10. And I get what the coaching staff here. They're obviously working. They want to work on this offense and timing and make everyone comfortable on the same page, and that's what they're trying to do here. You know, why aren't they running the ball? They're up 21-0 because they're working on their offense.
Yeah, you've got a lot of. You treat this so much like a scrimmage at this point.
Absolutely. And it's only 21-0. It's not like it's 50-0.
Right.
It's again play action. Whitfield under pressure.
He's got to get rid
again.
of that. See,
new tackle.
That's a fumble. I'm going to tell you right now, if they rule him down, they missed it. If we had, they are ruling it down.
Yeah, they ruled it down. I saw the official point to the ground right away, but that's a mistake by the quarterback. You cannot.
Right. He had time to throw it away.
Yeah. Right. Someone might not have been open, granted, but
right.
You can throw it away to near receiver instead. You can't always run away and run back 15 yards and get sacked.
Boy, if we had replay on that, I'll tell you, I think that was a fumble.
Josh Christie's into punt. Once again, I mean, I can honestly say I did not expect this many punts out of Fredonia coming into tonight's game. Good snap. Line drive punt.
Not bad.
If we get a roll, that's going to be a very effective punt there. Rolling back to about the
26,
21-yard line.
Punt is down by Joe Gullo.
Back to 20, they rolled it. Joe Gullo once again hustling down, downing the ball.
Their own 20-yard line.
It's a 50-yard net.
Yeah, no, that was a very effective low-line drive punt. Almost impossible to catch and return that because it wasn't right at him. The danger is that if it is catches the air, now he gets to him so quick, there's lots of room to run. But you kick him away from him like that. Hey, there's Andrew Camp running on the field, number 72. And I'll tell you what, Andrew's a junior. And no one hustles more than that young man out there in the field. Keep your eye on him. I guarantee he'll be in on a play one way or another before this game's over. Charlie Moose goes in at safety again. Helmer at left corner. And we got another, Fredonia timeout. Part of that might be getting some of the subs in and getting people situated here. You got Anthony Gullo, looks like in at the right end there, number 8. We haven't called his name or number yet.
They've got 11 on the field, so yeah.
Position.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Once again, treat it like a scrimmage. Coach,
right.
Coach Sherlock's, he's coaching out there.
Absolutely. When everyone knows there's lots of injuries during a football season, and you have to have other people ready to go in the game and do their role. It's a definition of a team sport is football. Alex Schrader's in on defense here as well. Izzy, the sophomore, still in there at nose, trying to get settled in as a sophomore. Maddie Lauder's in at the outside linebacker or end maybe, depending on what front they line up in. Another sophomore starter. And we got the ball boys.
Good hustle.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back. We got 1st and 10 at the 20. 5:59 to go.
Can he get the corner? He does, but is that Dalton Gardner in on the? No.
No, I think it.
Who is that? I hate these numbers. I cannot read these numbers on the side of the field.
Especially the single digiters, the smaller
that's
ones.
Jacob Thompson. Okay, it's number 4. That's a great job. Jacob Thompson, a very good defender. Quick to the ball. Yeah, he's smaller. He gets through traffic. Uses his size and speed to his advantage, and made a nice open field tackle there after a 5-yard gain. And pound for pound, I'd put Jacob Thompson as anyone on that team as one of the toughest kids out there. Dive up the middle.
The big man for nothing. I don't think he gained an inch. Nope.
Not much there. Looks like maybe 58 this time in on the tackle, which would be Kyle McCullough.
3rd and 5. If GPV wants to get something going, they got to do it now.
Clock is running. 4:34 and counting. 3rd and 5. Definitely not 4th down territory, but again, they don't have a lot to lose. They haven't been able to punt the ball very well anyway.
Right,
So you never
right.
know. Pro formation this time.
Boy, power eye with the big
Motion.
kid in the second spot.
Yeah. And they gave it to the up back.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just a swarm of black shirts ready for that. And they have 4th and loss of a yard or 2 on the play. It'll be 4th and 5 now. Under 4 minutes remaining. Fredonia up 3 scores. I meant to try to get some scores. Dunkirk's in Olean tonight. Silver Creek Forest Hill's playing Akron. That's Jake Helmer back in case they do punt it. They are in a punt formation. And they are going to punt. There is a flag on the play. I don't know. Oh, grab it and go. Jake's going to get it and go. Let's see. He's got one guy to beat. Breaks one tackle. No. So that's Jake Helmer on the return. Tackled by number 3, Jordan Driscoll. Well, I don't know
Nice
what
little
the
return. That
flag.
was a very strange play. The ball
Yeah.
lands. It kind of like the whole pack went
Yeah.
down the center, like they didn't know where the ball was. He just said, I'm going to
All
pick
right.
it up and go.
And you saw him. You saw him look down the ball. And
Right.
he looked up, and he saw no threat. The ball
Yep.
wasn't moving. So a nice heads-up play by Helmer, grabbing the ball and going there.
But they got to sort out what this
yeah.
flag is.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything special. I was
No.
looking inside.
And it
didn't-
was early, too. So I don't know if someone
Yeah.
got down the field too fast, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the lineman can release until the. Well, I don't. Can they? Do the interior
have
linemen
to.
have to wait till it's punted?
You have to wait a couple seconds. Yeah, you can't be only so far down. They're talking to Gowanda players like it's going to be. I don't know.
Oh,
I
no,
still
it's-
haven't
yeah.
seen a signal yet. Have you? I mean,
No, but they
Fredonia
look
with
like they're walking this way.
they're pointing towards Fredonia, but I still haven't seen what they actually called. So I want it to be enough for the first down.
15-yard penalty. Wow. I mean, he just kept walking. It's got to. There's not many 15-yarders out there. It's got to be a personal foul. Oh, and that coach just got one.
Did they throw another flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
so
unsportsman. So
I-
now we got a 30-yard penalty. Boy, there. I hate that as a coach. The ref makes some kind of a. They got to give some latitude. And in football, it's not even like basketball. Nobody can hear this. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He's just working.
Hey,
Unless he
Sherlock's
said.
so fired up, he's not even walking with his cane right now. He's carrying it. So we first down and 10 for Gowanda. And now more confusion on. It looks like we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. Here goes McCullough's coming on late here. Is it? Oh, fumbled snap after all that. Why they blow the whistle? So another
flag.
This is
Illegal
getting
motion on that side.
ugly.
So they're going to take that back 5
yards.
yards. Looks like the fumbled snap was because somebody moved early or something happened.
Yeah, legal shift.
Woo,
maybe.
this is a.
Yeah, this game's finishing kind of
Yeah,
how it
get
started.
it. Put a 10 around it.
Ugly,
Yep,
ugly.
put a 10 around it.
Let's get out of here and hopefully no injuries and get back to the classroom and learn from the mistakes and get better. Who's Fredonia have next week? Do you know? It's got to be in the. I know they're on the road.
I
It's
do.
right
I've got it right over here.
Okay, they're at Allegheny Limestone next week.
Hate that ride.
Oh, it's a long one. It's a long one. And tough. It'll be a much tougher game, I would think, down in Allegheny than tonight. Handoff. Manny
Oh,
Lauer,
nice. Filled that
pressure,
nice.
and it looked like was that a linebacker or a corner?
I think
That's
8.
Alex Schrader, number 14, coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was coming up from.
Yeah.
Boy,
Nice
that closed
tackle.
fast.
Yeah. And great pursuit from the backside. Matty Lauder was closing in on him. He couldn't cut back, and Schrader closed up and tackled for a loss. Loss of.
No, it's a no
Oh,
gain.
that's right. No
Yep,
gain.
they
You're
already.
right, you're right.
I did the same thing as I was
Yeah.
looking out there. 2nd and 15.
Clock running.
You don't think GPV will kneel it down twice, do you? No.
No, I mean, again, and they should. They,
No,
they
I
should
hear you.
work
They're working
things
on it. They're the
too.
same thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Ouch.
this time, that's Maddie Lotter all over that. Big tackle for the loss.
Ragdolled that
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Here's family right down here in front, supporting family and friends.
Wait there. Let's see. Who was that?
That's Maddie Lotter, he's sophomore, starting his first varsity game tonight.
Oh, but you don't have
Made
the.
the tackle.
Is that? Oh, you don't
They
have
made
them
the run.
anywhere.
Oh,
I'm looking
yeah,
who
right
carried it.
7 Ethan. Oh
No,
no, that's
yeah.
sorry, I flipped this over. That's Daniel Flagg that carried that number 7. Back in the pro formation for Gowanda. To the up back on 3rd and 17. Yeah, at that point, you might want to just kneel it down.
Right.
That was to number 75, I think.
He's
was on
got
the
his
carry.
totes.
Yeah, yeah. His average yards
Hasn't
per
got
carry
much,
has gone
yeah.
down a lot after the first couple of carries. Under a minute left here. Clock's running. 3rd and 17. They're probably maybe
Fourth and 16.
and
I guess he gained
All
one
right,
there.
so
I guess
they're-
we'll give him.
Wait, they're going to call timeout when he gets on the play clock. Yep.
Just so that we can run one more commercial. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they got the call from upstairs and said, we got to sell some soap. So we got 34 seconds left. Let me do a quick recap. We can save everybody. Let's see. Boy, Fredonia, very little. I mean, my fourth quarter stats, they ran 4 plays.
Really? Fredonia
Right?
did?
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Through
With
2
one-
possessions, yeah, they came into the quarter, they scored, then they got the ball once, didn't do anything with it.
Wow.
Had the punt, had the big sack. Yeah, wow. So let's see if I add those up, assuming they're not going to get it back.
Well, either way, it wasn't a beautiful game by any means tonight, but a win's a win. And you
Well,
start out 1-0.
it's funny. I was thinking of that. We're a little spoiled in
Yeah.
that we're calling a 21-0 win. Sloppy and this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of spoiled. We take 21-0 wins and
Yeah.
cherish them and
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
wow, look
right.
at the defense held them to. I'm still working on that. That's going to be crazy.
It's going to be under 100 yards, I would think.
Yes.
Though. And that's no small.
Unless there's a
off
big
tackle
play here.
No, nothing. Oh, breaks another tackle, but
It's breaking them
just-
behind the line.
Yeah, and it's just swarming. It's, you got to the ball here, and that'll be the last offensive play for Gowanda. I would think Fredonia's going to take a kneel here one more time, and they'll bring it in the game. But yeah, no, you don't want to take anything away from these boys in a win. We just have high expectations, and frankly, so do they.
Yep.
They are not going to feel great and super satisfied about this offensive performance. Defensively, they play great. You can't play a lot better than that. I don't think Gowanda has any major threats to them, but they went out there, did their job, and dominated the defensive side of the ball.
The best quarter for Gowanda was 30 yards in the first quarter, 70 total yards for the game, 0 through the air. 2, 3, 4 first downs that weren't caused by penalties.
Yeah.
I would say that was if there was one really dark spot for Fredonia, it was the fact that they had let's see,
I would say the penalties. Is that what
60,
you're getting at?
70, 86 yards in penalties.
Yeah. And rust. There's definitely a little rust. We'll see. Jake Helmer was in at
No,
quarterback.
they did get a hand up. We got a
yeah.
little 4-yard
I
gain.
didn't see who wasn't paying attention there. Apologize.
See him come off the pile though.
Yeah, who carried that ball?
He's still bent over, and
that is going to bring us out of the game. I definitely want to mention who might have carried that ball.
20. Is there a 28? That's. I'm trying to.
28. No.
Boy, it is. You're right. You're
I
complained about
can't.
20, maybe straight
20
20.
could have
Yeah,
been
Joe Gullo. It was Joe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And that does bring us to the final score. End of the game. Fredonia 21. Gowanda Pine Valley 0.
The on the passing side, 6 for 17 came out in the first quarter looking, had half of that, 3 for 6 for 67, but ended the game 6 for 17 for 125 yards, 3 interceptions. I'm not sure what kind of a rating that's going to be, but it's going to be not great. But on the rushing side, nobody really stood out. The 2 TDs by
Whitfield
the 2 rushing
the ball,
TDs.
And a passing TD. I mean,
Correct. Correct.
Geez, Nick, you had a bad game. You're a sophomore, and you had 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown.
Right. Right.
Again, he's such an athlete. And he's such a good. He's
did a
gonna
nice
tell
job
you,
eluding
too,
the rush.
I missed some throws. He'll admit that. But yeah, he did a lot of nice things too. That showed why everyone had such high expectations for a young man that hasn't played football in a year and is a sophomore starting on varsity, and he had a down game, contributed 3 touchdowns directly.
Correct.
So a down game is also a pretty good game that you scored.
Well,
3
no,
touchdowns.
contributed to 4 touchdowns, right?
No, 3, 21-0.
Oh, you're right. Yes, through the pass. Yeah, ran for 2. You're right. Yep. Sorry. And didn't look. Had some, I would call vision and accuracy issues, but didn't have any poise problems. He was back there. He danced around a little. He looked. He'll learn how to look at his secondary receiver and find the guys coming back to the ball. There's a. So once again, as we get ready to name the players of the game and finish up, Hannah Rewald, Chip Rewald, and our pretty fancy
New app
scoreboard on the camera. It's beautiful.
I definitely have to make sure I do this. Thank you to DFT Communications for sponsoring tonight's broadcast.
There you
if
go.
I don't mention that of all people, I won't be able to walk into work on Monday. So
I gotcha.
Thank you once again,
So our
DFT.
player of the game for Gowanda Pine Valley was Jordan Driscoll.
Number 3.
Joe Gullo III.
And Joe Gullo III.
Go the center.
Interesting.
Nice. Yeah. I mean,
why not? A lineman, it was a trench warfare game.
Well,
defensive play as well as
Yeah.
defensive play got it.
and well, think about it too. Every snap was shotgun, and we didn't say bad snap. All
Never.
Day,
You're right. Nope.
And that's huge. If you're gonna go shotgun all the time, you gotta have a center that can snap, line
And then
everyone
go do
off.
the job, yeah.
It's not easy for a lineman to pass block down after down after down after no. The other team knows.
Oh, it's so much harder.
Yeah,
I'd love to
yeah.
run block. You just
Right,
go.
Right.
All right, so for Chip and Hannah Rewald and Shannon Davis and Greg Krause, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Good night, everybody.